For the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
But when it comes to this money, we just believe we can wing it. We don't have an idea of what to do, when to do it, and how to do it. We just think if we try, it'll probably work. You got to get out that state of mind. You got to get out that state of mind. And it's this thing with us all the time. Yo, you shouldn't talk about money. Come on. This is about consciousness. Those people are setting y'all up. Don't wait till you're older and you lose your relationship to go into all those lectures that don't show you how to pay your bills. We don't got no time to keep going to lectures not teaching us how to pay our damn rent. You should be renting property out to people at this particular point. At this age, many of you should be renting property out to people at this particular age. Don't let them fool you. You may see me with nice cars, but I got enough nice cars to rent them out. People are right. I do rent my cars. I rent my cars out to other people. I'm on that level at this particular stage. And anybody that's out here in LA could tell you, yo, Brother Polite is building his joint up. Because when my cars pay for itself, I make my cars pay for another car. Because I like cars, and anything that you like, you should make a business out of it. If you like smoking weed, you should make a business out of it. You get your 420 account ready and start going. If you like smoking weed, if you love buying a bunch of sneakers, then you should find a way to open you up a sneaker store. That should be your love, your gift, your priority, your ambition. That should be what that should be about. Okay? So I really like cars. So guess what I do? I make sure I buy them, and then now I rent them out. Learned enough of the game, talked to a couple of people, and we live in a day and time where you could do so much things in an entrepreneurial capacity. You don't necessarily have to own your own lot. There's third-party companies out here that empower you to be able to rent your own properties through them. There's Airbnb that help you rent out your rooms. There's different things out here. You just got to talk to the right people. So you see me at basketball games, you say, man, that brother's spending $10,000 on the seats. No, someone's spending $10,000 on my seats. And then I'll probably get a cheaper seat for $3-4 grand on the floor. They're paying for my seat, and they're paying for their seat, and then I keep the $6,000 difference. Granted, some of that is gross. So while people think I'm spending all this money on cars, they don't realize, well, I buy them, I rent my cars out to people. $2 grand a day for my Ghost. That's a fact. $2 grand a day. Come on, I know what I'm doing. My Bent, $2,500 a day. Even though the Ghost is more prestige, it's because I put suede all over the Bentley. And that revenue actually goes to my daughter. That don't even go to me. Because I gave the Bentley to my daughter. And told her to learn the business. So even though it's her car, I told her, make that car get you your first car. So I thought the Bentley's my first car. No, the Bentley's one of your business. And I'm going to make you learn how to own something like that and make it make you money. And later on, you'll really appreciate it. Now she's a bigger girl, and this year she's really understanding what I'm talking about. And now she don't even want to buy a car, though she has car money from her car. Trying to talk to you. It's about coaching. Before you got a high school diploma, you should already had a business or two. You always should have at least 2 businesses, and I'm gonna tell you why. You have that which you love to do, but you don't really want to make money off of it because it compromises the integrity of your mission. If that's what you love to do, if you love to sing, if you love to rap, if you love to dance, you want to be able to make money off of what you love to do. But if you love what you do, you never work a day in your life. Nonetheless, you should be able to monetize your gift. But what you should have is another line of business or income. So that funds your spiritual endeavor. So that funds your talent. So you just want to have 2 incomes primarily. Now the ultimate goal is to have 9 forms or 9 streams of income. You want to have 9 streams of income ultimately. 9 streams of income. So whether it makes you a lot of money or a little bit of money, you're still winning. Okay? What I'm telling you is the stage has been set for you to work for someone else, and you can tell based on the curriculum in school. Because you didn't get to learn about credit in school, and they didn't teach you about real estate in school. Nothing for the first 14 years of your life. So the only thing you could do when you got your high school diploma was think, let me get a job. What other opportunity was there for you after you got a diploma? Tell me. What other opportunity did you get after you got a diploma? What business was you going to open up? Be for real. What business could you possibly open up after you get a high school diploma? I'll wait. See, that's the setup, family. That is the setup. It's a form of damn mental slavery, man. That 9 to 5 is a form of mental slavery, because you know what? We all have dreams and we all have goals and we all have ambitions. But after you work that damn 9 to 5 and you're underpaid when you work that 9 to 5. So guess what? It'd be a matter of time before you become complacent and you don't want to do nothing no more. How about that? You wind up just accepting the lowly status quo of being a worker. And you used to have dreams. And now I'm going to just make a child that I can't afford, settle down with a woman I really don't like, or you're going to settle down with a man you really don't love, whatever the case may be, depending on your gender. And guess what? You're depressed. Everyone's unhappy. So yeah, we can't. I'm tired. I sit here. You know what it's like to have really good people that you know, or connect with really powerful people. When I meet them after doing a lecture, and then when I say, okay, so meet me over here tomorrow, I probably got an opportunity for you, and they're stuck between taking a day off of work to beseech this new opportunity, or saying, I got to see if I can catch you on the weekend. And some opportunities don't wait for you until the weekend when you're free. Some opportunities don't wait for you to get off of work after 6 until you're free. See, that 9 to 5 is a really tricky situation. That 9 to 5 is slavery. Get the freak out of slavery. But we're scared because we're like, you know what? Many of you are too afraid to even invest in yourself. You know, I don't know if it's going to work. You never lose if you invest in knowledge. First and foremost, when you invest in the mentorship program, you're winning, first of all, because of the knowledge that you're going to get. Because knowledge is going to be shared to you that you never even considered before. Everything from redlining, everything from amelioration and restitution of properties, everything from UCC 1s, UCC 3s, where the amendments take place. These are all things you need to learn about. Title searches, credit repair, wealth building. It's tricky, man. It's so tricky. You need a coach. Just like LeBron and them need a coach. It's so tricky. You need a coach. And your ego can tell you otherwise. But I'm telling you, they got this thing rigged. This shit is rigged. It's set up for you to fail. You need somebody that knows the nuances of this so they can get you through. Especially when it comes to real estate, especially when it comes to credit and insurance. Most of us are totally oblivious to. So we still trying to save up liquid in terms of cash and not realizing once we save up enough liquid, we definitely need to invest in insurance because we could borrow against the policy and accomplish larger and greater goals. So what I would do, I teach people how to get into real estate, make enough money from real estate, set up their trust, assign their trust to their insurance policy, and then borrow against the insurance based on the equitability of the trust. Step-by-step procedure so you can kill them. Because ultimately what you're going to need to get through this, you're going to need some bands. You want to get to the 100 grand level. You want to get to the 50 grand level. You want to get to the 80 grand level so you can do something. Ultimately 50 or more. Because we know wealth begins at $150,000 a year, and you're supposed to be able to invest at least 1/3 of your income. We know poverty begins for a family of 4 at $32,000 a year, and for an individual at $15,000 a year. So wealth begins at $150,000 a year, and you should be able to invest 1/3 of your income. Poverty begins for a family of 4 at $32,000 a year, and for an individual, $15,000 a year. Keep all these things in mind. Keep all these things in mind. So yes, like the person said, of course I charge. I charge for consultations. 1 hour consultation is $200. In person is $300. True. But I guarantee when I'm done, it's a wrap. Because look what I give up when I'm on the phone. But then once I learn your personal situation, I'm somewhere else. And it's not necessarily me. What I'm explaining to people is I got a team of people. I got a publicist. I got a manager. I got agents. I got an entertainment attorney. I got a legal attorney just for general matters. So you just got to think, when you got a team of people around you, there's so much people that specialize in different facets of life and how to approach the world that by the time I start talking to people, I take the advice that I got from members of my team and I'm able to spill that into my conversation with whoever I'm talking to. That's what it is.
Yeah, good night. This is the Cutting Edge, and I refer with you next Wednesday. Yes, continuing the journey in Africa with music from Africa and the continent itself. Yes. So here what we are saying now. Well, I tell you, so much things are going on. It'll take me a whole week, 4 hours a day, to deal with the things that I would have liked deal with. But I wanted the people them so we are going in America there. Don't take it lightly. Things we are going in America. The enemy within. So meanwhile, the president is trying to stop people from certain countries from coming into America because they are scared of what them call Islamic terrorism. You have some enemies within that is not Islamic. But we don't hear them call them terrorists. It's a weird thing. So, 2 shooting in a month. Big shooting. One of them 50-odd people dead. Now we see them lick up 20-odd people. The next man lick up. In a church. In a church. So you know, say, it don't make no difference again. The gun thing is a problem in America. But certain people like the Republicans, them don't want to accept the reality that you have some gun where it no needs to have them gun there. And furthermore, when the man them did not give them the right to bear arms, the people them who write the Constitution, it's not them kind of gun you them that talk about. We hospital, how much dozens are shot in a second or 2 seconds or 1 minute. Shot us a fire so off of the gun. Like the man where they turn up on the Las Vegas building, they have fire shot down upon the people them. The people them who did write the American Constitution never have them gun in mind. Because without a doubt, if these guns was at that time, the Constitution pertaining to God would be much different. Them have a gun culture from them time there, and the gun them evolve now. The killing machine them evolve. And them still can't recognize it. Still can't recognize them need to do something. But meanwhile, we are talking about those killing in America. The same gun them, where you see them man they use, I come to Jamaica every week. That's why when you hear them say them get, since years start, them have 600 gun them capture. Yet still, the amount of gun were out there. Trust me, man. Gun them out there. And America them come from. Yes, some of them come via Haiti, but America them a come from. So when we talk about gun, it's a big problem, this gun thing. And human beings don't want to recognize it. Say, the man them who invent the gun from Marco Polo days. Because Marco Polo go to China and see them with powder where explode thing and make mine and all them something there. And them turn it and make gunpowder with it. Put it in a gun and start fire it and kill people. And them use the gun and the Bible to take what people land in Africa. Take what people and teach you to pray with your eye closed. You open it and them have your land and you have Bible. And them keep the gun for themselves though. So it's a serious thing. Very serious thing we find ourselves in now. We are 1 hour and 18 minutes from America by plane. 1 hour and 18 minutes. That's what the man said when you're in the plane. This flight will take 1 hour and 18 minutes to Miami. Very near, very, very near. If a man start walking and if you go to town, you could have gone to Miami and come back and him still not reach a town yet. The gun them are coming to Jamaica rapidly. And you have some crazy people in America there where, trust me, when them a fire gun, can you imagine a man stand up on a high building in a hotel and look on a concert with thousands, them say 20,000 people at the concert, and them stand up on a sky building and just a fire shot in the crowd, so indiscriminately. And then this brother were going to the church, not this one here, not this one here. The other one before we're going to the black church and kill 11 people in the church. And then when they can't go to jail, they can't go McDonald's, go buy food. Go buy burger. Can't say hungry. That was not Islamic terrorist. This man here this week is not an Islamic terrorist. They are enemies within. And them have to realize that. The man swipe down 8 people in New York, they say, him ball out, Allah Akbar, before him do it, you know, so well, yes, him get tainted by the Islamic terrorists them. But this one, yeah, and the one before, because you know, so them did that claim, say that them start put it on all them social media already, say, this one was a terrorist, was an Islamic terrorist, you know, until them find out, say, the man have some warped ideas about certain things. And we have our misery down here, so, with some youth who kill them one another, kill them friend family, and adapt things with them see on television and go a movie house, go see, on video and all them something there. And when you recognize it, them get so brazen now that bright day and all that take posts on video, post on WhatsApp and Instagram and all the things them can't find for posts with the gun them in them hand. And dear people, yeah, dear the authorities. Them just oppose so with the gun them because them know so well that make them eat food. Meanwhile, them a make dopey out there. What a terrible thing. What a terrible thing. Cutting edge, RFM, we're there with you.
I say we must write our history again. I think Mutabaruka and the audience made such a point. Because unless we write the history of ourselves, we are not going to achieve anything.
Do you want a better Africa? Believe it or not, for Africa to change, the way religion is delivered must change. Churches should stop preaching about miracles and breakthroughs. Popular preaching such as sowing a seed or, give and it shall be given unto you, have been misinterpreted for personal gain. No wonder pastors of today are so rich and yet the whole congregation and people around them remain poor. We are stuck with a generation of Africans who act as if God is the rewarder of laziness and poverty. The message churches send is that it is possible to reap where you did not sow, meaning you can get something out of nothing. Why should a child choose to learn the hard way if there is an easier way? The live for today attitude does not create wealth and people die without leaving any legacy. You then sit and wonder why Africa is the way it is today? The gospel of prosperity should be shamed and work around the fact that laziness can never reap real success. Christianity has played a very big role to the fall of Africa today, but that is not what it is intended for. Spreading messages of instant success have led to a generation of people who are thirsty for instant results, immediate relief, and effortless profit. The messages should not just focus of tithing and sowing seed, blessings, miracles, breakthroughs, and wonders. Churches should stop glorifying riches acquired through miraculous sources, stop preaching fear and stop focusing on what the devil or witches did, does, or will do. Instead they should preach positive news and focus on messages that add value to the communities such as hard work, creativity, dedication, commitment, perseverance, and responsibility. Pastors can promote good community initiatives such as cleaning the surroundings, and encourage creativity and innovation. Instead of waiting for our governments to do what they do not do, we can start helping ourselves, through humanism. The brother who becomes a millionaire by simply sowing a seed, does not help build a better community, and the message of such success should not be spread and showcased. Instead, the applause should go to someone who has succeeded by hard work and perseverance. Start preaching the gospel of working hard, produce goods and services, planning, critical thinking analysis, strategy, visibility plans, system building, market and customer analysis, and the process involved in production of goods and services. This is how noble people and wealth is created. Rushing a sick person to church for prayers does not prevent that person from dying, but correct medication and treatment will. Haven't you wondered why people in Africa still died of Ebola despite prayers? Preach the real word of God instead. You do not need the pastor's blessings to create wealth in life. Wealth and clean cities don't come by miracle or magic. Religious superstitions, such as the shout of, "I receive it," and the loudest shout of, "Amen," is not enough to fulfill your wishes. True religion and true Christianity must, and can only, produce productive youth. For Africa to be globally competitive, education alone is not enough. We need to nurture creativity, innovation, and good governance. What is an engineering degree doing if you cannot even produce a water pump? Ask yourself a question: what have other people created with a similar qualification other than just looking for a job? Please, be slow to anger, slow to judge, quick to listen and try to understand. If not for you, do it for your children.
REFM, thought-provoking, always smoking, lyrics like a bazooka. You are listening to Mutabaruka.
In the first 5 books of the Old Testament, Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy, 700 times we are told that this is not the book of God. This is not the word of God. 700 times you read, "And the Lord said unto Moses," and Moses said unto the Lord said unto Moses, and Moses said unto the Lord, which means the Lord didn't speak these words, nor did Moses write those words. This is the third person. Somebody else is talking. He says, well, this is what he heard, his information is. This is what God told Moses, and Moses told God. And Moses told, God told Moses, and Moses told God. 700 times we are told this is not the word of God. Then this book, these 5 books, attributed to the holy prophet Moses. But in the last book, the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 34, we read, "So Moses, the servant of the Lord, died." Died is past tense. Died in English, past tense. "In the land of Moab, according to the word of the Lord. And he, God Almighty, buried him in a valley in the land of Moab, over against Beth-peor. But no man knoweth of his sepulchre unto this day." Nobody knows where his grave is, up to today, when somebody else is writing. Moses, before he died, he couldn't have written that no man knoweth of my great grave up to today. The man is still alive. How can he say that? And Moses was 120 years old when he died. When he died. Moses wrote that. That he was 120 years old when he died. And when he died, his eyes was not dim, nor his natural forces abated. He was still strong enough, vigorous enough to marry another 16-year-old. He had those powers. Moses say that? Did he say that? That his natural powers had not abated before he died? "And there arose not a prophet since in Israel like unto Moses, whom the Lord knew face to face." Did Moses say that? So we say, no, this is not only not the word of God, it's not even the word of Moses. Somebody else is writing it on the very face of it. Any school child in the kindergarten who can understand and read this will be able to confirm and tell you this is not God's word and this is not the word of Moses.
I'm for Pat Clark. Here goes.
Welcome to Jamaican Roots and Culture. I'm Pat Clark. The parish of St. Thomas seems to have been neglected during the course of modern history. Sweeping down from the serene height of the Blue Mountains to the pristine coastline of southeast Jamaica, the parish of St. Thomas is replete with folk legends. It is bordered by St. Andrew on the west, Portland on the north, and the Caribbean Sea on the south. St. Thomas is recognized as one of the parishes with the most African retentions. The parish is noted for its revivalist practices, and it's known to be home of practitioners of traditional African healing practices. Long before modern-day Jamaicans inhabited the parish, other peoples moved among the forests and grasslands of St. Thomas. The history of human settlement in the parish stretches back as far as 650 AD, when the Taino people reached our shores. Archaeologists have unearthed Taino settlements at Spanish Wood, Retreat, Belvedere, Cambridge Hill, and Yalas, but little is left of these early settlers apart from their graves, some pottery, and the refuse they left at their dump sites called middens. Evidence of the country's economic role can be seen in the settlement pattern of the parish. The first Spanish settlers in St. Thomas established cattle ranches at Morante, later to be called Morant Bay, and at Ayala, now known as Yalas. In later years, bands of Maroons settled in St. Thomas Mountains and eventually joined with those in Portland, thus forming the Windward Maroons. They would play a critical role in the events that were to unfold. The history of St. Thomas is now most popularly associated with the events of 1865, events which led to Jamaica's assembly being dissolved and the island's status being changed to that of a crown colony. Those events of over a century ago have also made Paul Bogle and George William Gordon national heroes to modern Jamaicans and made Stony Gut and Morant Bay names which stir powerful emotions. There are many historic sites in the parish of St. Thomas. Bath Botanical Gardens was established in 1779 by the government of Jamaica. These gardens are the second oldest in the Western Hemisphere. Many of the plants first brought to Jamaica were introduced here, including the croton, jacaranda, cinnamon, mango, jackfruit, and breadfruit. Another historical site in St. Thomas is the Bath Fountain. Discovered by a runaway slave in 1695, the Bath Fountain or mineral spring was acquired and developed by the government in 1669. The water is drawn from both hot and cold springs, and its high mineral content with sulfur and lime is said to be effective in the treatment of skin diseases, gout, and rheumatism. The use of the spring reached its height at about 1750 and led to the establishment of a thriving little town in Bath. Judgment Cliff is also in St. Thomas. It evolved when the earthquake of 1692 destroyed most of Port Royal and literally tore off a part of the mountainside in St. Thomas. The result is Judgment Cliff, a geological phenomenon easily visible from the road about midway between Easington and Richmond Vale. It appears that half the mountain simply crumbled during that massive earthquake. The Morant Bay Courthouse was the scene of the 1865 riot. This courthouse was burnt during the violence that occurred. It was rebuilt sometime afterwards, and leader of the rioters, national hero Paul Bogle, was buried behind the courthouse in a shallow grave. Stony Gut is also associated with Paul Bogle. Stony Gut was the location of the chapel and house of the national hero, the Right Excellent Paul Bogle. It was from that spot known as Stony Gut, on October 11, 1865, that Deacon Bogle led his people to Morant Bay to protest against the oppression of the humble Jamaicans by the plantocracy. It was brutally put down by Governor Eyre. Deacon Bogle was taken near to Stony Gut on October 23, 1865, tried by court-martial, and hanged at Morant Bay on October 24, 1865. In modern-day Jamaica, many years after the rebellion, the struggle continues. And now, to end Jamaican roots and culture, here's our famous quotation from the Black diaspora. Color is not a human or personal reality. It is a political reality. For Jamaican roots and culture, I'm Pat Clark.
St. Thomas, I tell you, say, we always a defend St. Thomas on the program, and we still a defend them. We always a defend St. Thomas because we know, we keep saying it, It is to the Caribbean as St. Thomas is to Jamaica. Figure out what we are dealing with. And when I stop say that, and when I say Bookman left Jamaica and go at 80 and make the Asian them tell you where him do for help conquer the French. Make the Asian them tell you when use for help conquer the French colonialists them. St. Thomas. Up to now I still don't know who name St. Thomas. Somebody can call me and enlighten me. Who is the St. Thomas that parish is named for? We continue the journey. We're going to continue the journey by this, like this.
The Zambian government, Bishop, sold the copper mines in northern Zambia to an outside consortium for $25 million. The copper mines for $25 million because they couldn't manage to keep them. The company that came in and took over the Zambian copper mines in 3 months made a profit of $75 million. They did not pay the Zambian government up front in cash for the mines. They were going to pay them over a period of time. Here we have this company that has an understanding of how things work, raised the money at the government's expense, took money that the company should have, the government should have been making, and gave it back to the government and said, we paid our debt in full. And give them now 0.006% of the proceeds of copper mining. When right outside the door there's people in poverty, people in not eating, people ignorant, people dying, high levels of AIDS. And what's the deal? Churches are full, people are praising God, Africans pray all night. Prayer is not in the success equation. Prayer is in the revelation equation. Decision making is in the success equation. You have to make a decision and be sound. We have to be disciplined and make sure we go and get what God has called us to get. You can be full of the Holy Ghost, but you can still be ignorant. But as for me and my house, I will get understanding. I will get understanding. I will get understanding. It's time now for us to rise up and be counted. This year, the country of Ghana turns 50. Ghana was born the same year we were born, in 1957. Ghana and South Korea had their independence dates on the same day, the same year. But look where South Korea is. South Korea is by nature not a Christian nation. South Korea by nature are Buddhists. China, which is the next large world economy, they have stated that in the next 10 years, 20% of the Chinese people will be multimillionaires. That means almost 450 million Chinese will be millionaires. They are not Christians, they are Buddhists. The Japanese are Shintoists. Those in Indonesia and Malaysia are Muslims. It's not about praising God and hallelujah and a great thank you, Jesus. It's about possessing an understanding as to how things work.
Yes, you know that they're having a Jamaica Music Conference, the 5th staging of this music conference. We have, and like, good afternoon, man. I will say, we have, good night. Good night.
Hello, good night and greetings, Muta.
Yeah, hold long, don't it? Hello?
Hello?
You're not hearing me?
Hello, I'm hearing you now, sir. You know, are you hearing me?
I hearing you.
All right, loud and clear. I said, give thanks for the time to speak with you and your listeners. I appreciate it.
Eh?
I said, we love the time to talk to you and your listeners and start sharing more information about the conference.
Yeah, a long time I don't hear about from you. What I'm to wait name there down round, so.
Nanook?
Yeah, what I'm to Nanook?
Nanook is in transition. Nanook is still going well. Don't worry, it's not gone away.
Me not worry. Me just ask you what I'm to it. Me not hear no activity.
Well, come out this Thursday at Nanook this Thursday.
It's round it. Okay, all right.
You're not fair. We'll look out for you.
Yes, all right. So tell the people them where I work with us now. Because this is the 5th year, and I know a lot of things take place there, but we want to know what happened at the last one and what came out of the last one that has been used to reach to this stage now.
Okay, I love it. And to be honest, I like what, following from what you were just speaking about, it's the perfect thing. This whole theme for the year is about reclaiming our identity. And it's not just what came out of the last one, it's what's been happening in Jamaica over the last year. You know, we had the recent diaspora conference. After the Jamaica Music Conference last year, we actually held a town hall discussion in New York earlier in the year as well, to start to speak to the diaspora and tell them what was happening in Jamaica, what we've been doing, and start to reach out and connect the dots some more. And what we're seeing more and more is that what needs to happen for the industry to move forward is not a no-brainer. We need to connect with each other, the Jamaicans here and the Jamaicans in foreign and abroad everywhere. That is what is the message, and that's why we're coming with this theme this year, reclaiming our identity. It's about inviting all Jamaicans who are a part of or interested in the industry to come and stake a claim and play a part, get involved in your culture.
So, all right, when you say reclaiming identity, in a conference, what you talk about in a conference that is talking about reclaiming identity?
Example, we have topics like Ready for the Road, effective packaging of the Jamaican entertainment product. And we're speaking there to persons now like Tony Rebel. We're speaking to other experts in the industry. I'm just pulling up the list here to make sure that I don't get any names left off. But the big thing about the panel this year, Muta, was to make sure that we look to Jamaican experts. We have a few persons. I mean, we have persons from Australia. We have panelists from the UK, from Canada. But we're making sure to reach back to Jamaican experts like a Copeland Forbes, like Jerome Hendrick from
Hamilton.
Headline. Well,
Jerome Hamilton.
Curtis there. Karen Marie Mason.
Karen. All right. Wait. Hold on. All right. Connect these people talking with reclaiming identity, because it's a music conference. What is it that these people are going to speak of so we can connect reclaiming our identity as it relates to music?
Reclaiming our identity, that whole concept is about really benefiting from and playing a part in the creation and exploitation of our music. And with the exploitation, the word sounds rough, but in the music business it means making money or benefiting. So when we look around the world, we're seeing that countries are coming up with national strategies. In Korea, in the UK, it's not buck-ups why their entertainment industry is doing well. They have strategies that they come down together and they sit and they have shared objectives and they choose ways forward. And that is what we're saying we need to do for Jamaica, because we know that our culture is viable. We know that everywhere around the world, either in the pure form that we do it and call it reggae, or in the form of tropical house or whatever else they want to call it, our music is viable. So we are now beginning the process, and it's not going to be overnight. That's why we have to keep doing it year after year, as you say.
Mm-hmm.
But we're beginning the process that should have begun a long time, some would say. But you have to start somewhere. Of meeting and having conversations and working together more. So I've only been involved in organizing for 2 years, and I can be honest. The kind of connections that are happening and conversations that are happening is 8 or 9 years that I'm in the industry, which I know is relatively young, but is positive action behind it. People are stepping up and starting to work together and collaborate. And I don't think it's out of anything more than necessity. And it's just obvious. If we don't collaborate and work together, we are not going to be able to compete internationally. We just can't. And so reclaiming our identity is about coming together and working together more so that we can actually start to play a part in the music industry.
So it's 1 day, how much days?
No, man, it's 4 days.
Okay, 4 days. And you have an itinerary who going to talk what and on what topic in front of your
eye. If anybody goes to the website, JamaicaMusicConference.com, all of the information is there. And they'll see, we begin the panels at Jam Pro on Friday.
Yeah.
From 9 until 4, we're there talking about, as I said, ready for the road, effective packaging of the entertainment product, marketing to the diaspora and emerging markets, and looking at music education. That's what we're doing at Jam Pro. Then we shift to Edna Manley College for the evening. And we're there talking about sound system. We're talking about navigating the Noise Abatement Act. And when I say sound systems, we're talking about the role of dub plate pricing, and the role of sound systems in artist development.
All right.
Going back to your other question, Musa, if I can say one more thing, going back to your other question about how we're reclaiming, even how we design the conference, it's not just one location. We're making sure that when you as a visitor or even a local, or if you come from country to town for this conference.
Want to town, you're not going to none of them know they're in a country.
Well, next year, that is one thing that came up this year. We really have to make sure that we do something down in the country next year. So, it keeps on evolving. But when you come to the conference, you importantly go to everywhere that you need to touch in the music business in Kingston, You go Jam Pro, you go Jamnesia, you go Dub Club, you go to the Edna Manley College, so you have an idea of where the industry is located. That's how you start to reclaim your identity, by knowing where your culture is located even.
All right, let me ask you a question, because I said this is a recurring argument when people ask about, so what come out of the conference? All right. So you have this conference every year. The reason why I asked you before for tell me what happened at the last one and how it relates to bringing forward what happened at the last one to this one is because a lot of times you sit down at these conferences and you hear the same regurgitation of the same arguments by the speakers. And then when the conference done, it's almost like a intellectual masturbation everybody has.
Absolutely. Everybody just enjoys.
So when I say now, you expect something, because most of the time it's the people them who sit down there, so you hardly find any artists there really, who really supposed to there. Sometimes you keep them something, you hardly find any artists there. So when I say now, what is it that over the 5 years, what is it that happened differently because the conference keep in the music business? Because of this conference?
What I have seen, and again, I've only really been involved in the last 2 years, but what I'm seeing is increased communication between overseas and local in particular. And not just communication, but collaboration, people working on projects together coming out of the conference.
Because of this conference. I know of an
artist, for example, who connected with one of the panelists last year, and they are working on getting her music into China. That's one example I can think of. I know of another panelist last year who is collaborating with some hip-hop guys that he met on our beach day last year. So that's another tangible. But I know that if we drill down and really work to document it, there are many specific cases. But you raise a big point, Muta. Where are the artists? And that's one thing that we did very differently this year. The visibility is way more than it's ever been before, because we don't want anybody to say that they didn't know about it. And really, as you say, sometimes I scratch my head and wonder, where are the artists? they will sit down forever and say that there's no opportunity or nothing not going on. But when I last year at the conference, for example, some Canadian artists were saying this is incredible. They don't have access to information like this because they're doing reggae and they're in Canada and they can't get to speak to people like this. But our artists aren't coming and getting the information from the people when they can. So that is one of the harder things. And this year we've been very lucky. The media has been good and has really helped us to spread the word more. So I'm hopeful that the attendance this year is better than ever before. That's what I'm really looking for this year, that the artists come and take advantage of the opportunity.
All right, well, tell people them again when, where, who.
All right, it is the beginning. Tomorrow evening, there is a free welcome party and opening ceremony for Conscious Reggae Party at Nanook, 20 Burlington Avenue for the Jamaica Music Conference.
They have the Conscious Reggae Party again. That is ISIS.
Yep, that's Sister ISIS.
Yes.
Every year we're back together, and that's one thing. The commitment stays, and we build more relationships every year. And then after that, first day of panels is at Jampro. So the first day of talks is at Jampro. The tickets are available at Fontana Pharmacy still. The Book of Failure outlet is closed now, but Fontana Pharmacy in Barbican and Montego Bay still have tickets.
This is for the Conscious Reggae Party, the launch. That's going to be at the Conscious Reggae Party.
Yeah. The launch is from 7 till 9, and then the Conscious Reggae Party starts at 9.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
Right. And again, we'll say it's $3,500 for the 4 days of panels.
Okay.
Or for the 3 days of panels. It's what someone called me and said, boy, it's so much money. And I said, well, if you really want to invest in yourself and in the music business, this is like 2 hours of studio time or less.
What artists are calling and ask you that? Artists are calling and say it's too much?
Yeah, somebody really called me and said that the boy is $3,500 is kind of expensive. And I said...
Things must be hard for the artists, man.
That is the thing. You have to... And no disrespect to anyone, of course, but if you're not willing or able to find the wherewithal to invest $3,500 in your career and in your development, then that's really question how serious you are about the music business. Maybe you love music, but to really benefit from the business. And again, in Musa, it's not just who is on the stage, but in the audience. When I used to just go to these things, the people that you meet is the company you keep that sometimes helps you to get forward. And so networking. Of course,
yes. You don't know who you can see.
It's a weird word, and people think it's mysterious, but it just means having conversation and talking to the people around you and listening and learning and watching,
Because I see that happen to me personally, that me get a invitation for go somewhere go speak. And when I speak to the audience, somebody in the audience say, how can we get you to come to such and such a place next year or a couple months' time? I'm just say, all right, so them kind of networking, they're very important. You don't know who can be in the audience.
Absolutely.
The first time I left Jamaica and go America is because I had do a performance in a Jared Park and some people are going to do a show in California and see my performance and come check somebody and say, so that them kind of thing that's very important, man.
It's about showing up and being present. I just love implore the artist who is going to the studio every single day to just take 3 days off from the usual pattern and try something different. Come to the music conference and see what you learn and who you meet. You never know.
Yeah, all right, Mama. Give thanks.
No, we give thanks for the time and for the work always. Yeah. So we'll see you at 9 tomorrow evening.
No, you're not going to see me Mama, tomorrow evening. I don't
I'll keep an eye out. I know your usual style.
No, don't keep your eye out. You might can't see. Just go out the way I do. So tell me something. Oh, you're on the herbs thing. Because you say that, easy when you talk about the ganja thing. Oh, you're on the ganja thing I talk about. You stop talking about ganja.
No, Herb Curb is the next thing that I'm very excited to be a part of. I think, as I mentioned, Tony Reveille will be on our conference.
Yes,
The Flames family and what they do every year. Herb Curb is an advocacy site. So end of January, cannabis conversations, and Nanook will be part of Herb Curb for sure.
All right, Mama.
To make it better.
Give thanks.
Yeah, man, blessings.
Joan Weber. Okay, yes, this is the Cutting Edge. This is the Cutting Edge on RFM. We have a sister here, Mama Hayo. She's the district representative of the Republic of New Africa, member of the New Africa Independence Movement. We hear that they just had a presidential election for the president and vice president position of this movement. Want to hear more about it from the sister. Good night.
Good night, Baba Mutabaruka. It's a pleasure to be on your show.
Give thanks. Where I'm calling you from? Where I'm calling you? Where are you?
I'm in Westmoreland.
Oh, you're in Westmoreland. Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
West White House. Yeah.
All right. Explain to the Jamaican people this organization, the Republic of New Africa.
Well, I can tell you a little bit about the history. We declared ourselves a nation in 1968 in Detroit. There were 500 delegates made up of different sectors of the society in America. And some of those were Robert Williams, you had Betty Shabazz, you had Queen Mother Moore. And at that particular time, we declared ourselves a black independent nation.
Mm-hmm.
We say that we want to have the five states in the South, which include North Carolina, Alabama, Mississippi, Georgia, and Louisiana.
These are the same people that call themselves Moorish, right?
Yes.
Okay, well, you never mentioned that part. I want the people them know. I mean, I know it still, but I want the people them know exactly what is really we're talking about. See that?
Well, when we talk about the Moors, Baba, we're talking about African people that were there before Columbus. Some of them settled. Some of them became part of that landmass, as well as some of the
but I know that a lot of ones who relate to the Republic of New Africa see themselves as that Moorish group in America who calling for land.
Yes, and we are working with them because we part of the land that we are calling to be independent is part of the indigenous black Moor land.
Yes.
So we have to come to a cooperation.
Yeah, okay. Yes. All right.
Yes, So those are the things that we're trying to do. We've been here 50 years, and every 3 years we have elections. And on this, the 50th year will be held in Detroit, 2018. So right now we have elections from the 3rd, 4th, and 5th of November, and we will be possibly taking on a new president, the 3 vice presidents, and then there will be ministers. So as part of our philosophy, our intent is that we are new Africans. We believe in the teachings of all the elders that have come before us. We have creative geniuses such as Garvey. Our colors are the red, black, and green. We stand on all the philosophy and opinions of Marcus Mosiah Garvey, for self-determination, wealth, and country. We are part of a movement that says we are nationalists as well as Pan-Africanists. Marcus says Africa for Africans at home and abroad. So we are a government. We are the provisional government of the Republic of New Africa because we haven't been able to get a plebiscite, which means the majority of the people will vote and say and declare ourselves independent. So we are part of a movement that is evolving, that is looking at history. Some of our political prisoners include Mumia. You have our political prisoner who is, we have, I'm trying to think of some of the people that I have met in my life because I lived in Ghana as well. So we are part of that movement as well. We know that some of our political prisoners will be there for life. Most of the people that are in our organization, many of them are behind the walls. We call them prisoners, and they are becoming educated and into study. Our organization believes in the 42 principles of Ma'at. In order to build new African men and women, we have to shake off shackles of 400 years of domination. That takes a mighty journey. Some of the things that I hear you talk about on your show all the time, becoming better people, loving one another, and definitely becoming independent. And basing our objectives on the laws of Ma'at. We have the Code of Umoja, which governs our people. We have a creed. We've had a Declaration of Independence. So
how much ones is in this organization, or one become a member of the organization?
As long as you're a new African, anybody of African descent is considered
part of the Republic of New Africa. And once we meet and greet with our brothers in the diaspora and our sisters in the diaspora, we perpetuate the philosophy. Because from Garvey, we are studying Nkrumah. We study the science.
All right, hold on, sister. Hold on. All right. I just asked you how one become a member of the organization.
All you have to do
it can't just be that you're an African, so you're a member, because there's a lot of ones who's part of other organizations that is not a member, that is not voting for a president for the Republic of New Africa. So you have to tell me specifically, how does one become a member of this organization that they can also vote for a president and a vice president? It can't be just like from he's an African, he's part of it.
Okay, we're talking about election procedures. But as I tell you again, anybody who is of African descent can be a member of the provisional government because it's about Africans.
Yeah, I know. All right, you say can be. I am asking you, how does one become? I never asked you. I know that we can be a member, but how you become a member?
Okay, I can tell you that all you do is let the government know that you want to become a conscious citizen. You go into a period of what we call study, because we have documents that we study. You participate and you write to the government when it is time for elections, which is every 3 years.
Wait. Which government? Our government here, the American government?
We're talking about the provisional government of the Republic of New Africa.
No, you say let the provisional government know.
You said?
All right. I just want to get it clear now. You become a member by letting the members of the Republic know that you want to become a member.
Yes.
And then what you do after that now?
Well, we ask for people to study and to learn who we are as the African people. We have a constitution.
Okay.
We have codes of behavior.
Mm-hmm.
We have the 42 laws of Ma'at. We have our philosophy on health, diet, wealth, because we're building a government.
Mm-hmm.
So when you become a part of the new African independence movement, you are working for the goals and aims of wherever you are, because we are all linked.
So, so anybody who's...
And the U.S. is linked to Africa, so it creates that triangular connection of people who are trying to be self-determining and independent. Because we do realize that not everybody is going to return to Africa. There are people in the Caribbean that will want to go to Africa.
Mm.
And so we ask ourselves in America, because we're never going back, that we don't have the right. Ours is based on the human right to become independent.
So how the members sustain, how the organization gets sustained in terms of doing the different projects?
How does the organization... I didn't hear you, I'm sorry.
All right. The organization, the RNA, how do they, like for instance, you have schools, you have business places that belong to the organization that members be a part of, how it works?
That's what we are organizing for, to be able to have people, because we are saying we want people to come back to the house to build, to create an education system, to create an economics that's more in harmony with our African-centered point of view, and also be able to protect ourselves as well, and to link with other movements that are trying to create an African redemption at home and abroad. Yes. So we have strategies to reach out to all liberation organizations to unite and to link up, because the time has come that we are about the self-determination. It's like you trying to look within every country where black man, I reside, and to build a better life for our children and our children's children's children. We have to deal with all the vices and the, what do we call it, the strategy and tactics that want to kill our people and to deceive our people. So,
all right, the president before, what was his function? What did he used to do? What was his function? The president. Not our function. The president function that you're voting for. What was
the function of the president? Yes. Well, his function is to just lead the nation, have a vision. Because
by doing
right
what?
Now, you said?
What him do as a president? When you say lead the nation, by doing what?
By implementing our strategies and the plans that we've set forth, and to hold whoever he chooses as his ministers. We have a Ministry of Education, a Ministry of Health and Society, a Ministry of Interior, a Ministry of Foreign Affairs, just judges that we are putting into play as our nation. And as we said, we're building.
And the headquarters is in Detroit.
Quite honestly, Baba Mutabaruka, this is a time of change. We're talking about from 1968, 50 years down the road, and a looking back, a criticism of what we need to do better, what we have to do stronger, and to let people know that as an African people, we have a historic responsibility to make sure that our children's children are free, independent, and living our lives. And we are trying to unite with anyone who is on that vibration, who is on that belief system. And we are just letting everyone know that there are people in America and abroad, in the diaspora and on the African continent, that just want to lift us up and to live as a free people, an independent people, the people who have their African mind.
I say understand the philosophy, but I did want to know more about the organization itself. You're telling me about the philosophy, because most of us who is Pan-Africanists have those philosophies. And if you ask a person from the Torre organization, they tell you exactly. They tell you exactly what is the functioning. You're not telling me about the function of the organization. You're telling me about the philosophy of the organization, which is a philosophy that is shared by most of us who say we are Pan-Africanists. I want to know the organization, the headquarters, what the president do, when you become a member, what you do. I understand the philosophy. I know about the philosophy. The philosophy is shared, but this specific organization.
Well, we have our capital in Mississippi, Jackson. That is where Chokwe Lumumba became mayor, and of course he was murdered, and now his son is there. So we have what we call a plan that has been laid down that we should begin to come back, to set up communities, to understand that every single thing that we do has to be about protection. So the president leads the government. He leads the government, and he has his ministers and vice presidents that help him follow what he says is going to be the program and the strategy and tactics for the next 3 years.
All right, so when you have a ministry for health, right?
Yes.
All right, what the Ministry of Health do in the
Ministry of Health is going to put out propaganda to alert African people in America that the places that they go, the hospitals, are killing fields, and that we must go back to traditional medicine. We must eat the correct things. We have to build family, bring love. We call it health and society. We have to work on our water because, we're in the belly of the beast. Everything that we have is controlled by the beast.
So
how do you become independent?
So you develop farms and all these things there. You have,
yes, that's the
you
plan.
have community
Those are the
farming.
plans, yes.
Eh?
Yes, and to create an education system that is teaching our children about themselves, and so that their unique genius can be put to
hold on, sister. You keep at them about the philosophy and asking you about practical things. The Republic of New Africa, you have a farm?
Yes, we have several farms that's being utilized. And our issue, I'm trying to reason with you, our issue is that getting brothers and sisters to come back to the earth and want to farm properly, to give us good food. I'm telling you some of the problems as well as the strategies that we're trying to implement.
So how you distribute these these products amongst the members? Seeing as how the members is scattered all over America. Is there a distribution thing that happen with the organization that you distribute these organic products or whatsoever products you produce to the people?
Well, that's our transportation initiative that we will be doing. As you said, we are still in our planning stages, and as we said, people are coming. One of the biggest things that we are trying to do is to make sure that our Ministry of Information is like the center for production and propaganda as to who we are and what we've done and why everyone needs to take up the banner of trying to be a new African and being of service to self. Yes, sir.
All right. So tell us again. All right, we have to go now. But tell us again, where is the headquarters and how we come join who we can contact if somebody need to join the organization?
Oh, definitely. It would be Jackson, Tennessee is the headquarters of the Republic of New Africa.
That's
Jackson, Tennessee.
No number, no nothing?
And most of the time you can, because the president is going to be in different places, he won't be at the Capitol at all times. The best way is to go into the Facebook page.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is the
Facebook page that says the Republic of New Africa?
Okay. That's how we can join it and get information.
Yes, you can get all the information.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Mama. Give thanks.
And do you want a post office box number?
I ask you everything, and you have to ask for simple thing.
All right. So the post office box number is I'm looking at it. It's right. 3033, New Orleans, Louisiana. And it's 70177.
That's a post office box?
Yes, it is. Republic of New Africa.
Okay. No telephone number?
No.
Okay.
There won't be a telephone number.
All right. And okay. All right. What's the name of the president?
Well, as I said, the old president his name is President Jamoke Ife Tyro. Okay. And he's on the website. But as I said, there will be a new president announced by the middle of November towards the end.
Okay, all right. All right, give thanks, Mama Ayo.
Thank you, and I appreciate it. I hope that we can link and connect. We will be sending you some information, if you don't mind.
All right, I want information.
Yes, okay.
All right. Give thanks.
Thank you. One love, one heart.
Yes. Yeah, that was a representative from the Republic of New Africa. They are mostly in America. As you hear sister talking about, they just have an election and wait the results of president and vice president position up there. RNA, the Republic of New Africa. This is the cutting edge on RFM. You know, we have the Ganja Festival, that's what we call it, Rastafari. In a Negril. We have been having it for a period of time. And we want to talk to IAV, who is the coordinator and the person who is central to this festival that is. It has its second run last year in Negril. We have to talk about it. All right, go on, click it. Yeah, we have a little public service reason here. There's a little lady, a little sister, 7-year-old granddaughter, lost a kidney from cancer. So family and friends and strangers. On November the 11th, 2017, there will be a show to help this little girl here. The venue is Trevor Lawn, Stewart Town, St. Mary. I want you to know that this is taking place. help is needed. A 7-year-old lost a kidney from cancer. So you are invited to take part in this fundraiser on November 11, 2017. Venue, Trevor Lawn, Stuart Town, St. Mary. This is the cutting edge. And IRFM, we was mentioning the Ganja Festival, the Rastafari Festival, that gone 2 years now, and this is the 3rd year, right, Ivy?
Yeah, man.
3rd year, okay. When it happened now, December, what happened?
15 to 17, 15, 16, and 17, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Okay. And High Time not involved in that. I guess High Times have a festival long ago. You hear about it?
Yeah, to them to come to March, but I know to them March.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I know to them, them have them certain things on their website for a long time, and they manifested last year, so I don't know for sure, but I know it's up on their website.
Oh, it's up on their website?
Yeah.
All right. So now, tell me what going on so now, because we mentioned it long ago, and what is the development that take place so now?
Well, as it is now, Muta, like I say, 15 to 17th of December, Rastafari Roots Fest, 3rd year. And that will be taking place at same venue along the Beach Park 1 Negril. And as usual, you have the seminar aspect, you have the expo aspect, you have the music, you have the Ganjamaica Cup. Starting with the Ganjamaica Cup is a competition similar to a High Time and they do. They don't call them Cannabis Cup. So it's a competition trying to find out where some of the good growers then there. For example, the different award like people who produce the best sativa, the best indica, the best ashile, the best ash, and so on. That is where the competition is concerned, where the Ganjamaica Cup is concerned. You have the expo part of it where people will be exhibiting products where they manufacture out of herb, oils, whether for rub, whether for intake, and different other products. You have the seminar, which is the educational part of it, and that has to do with informing people in terms of what goes on within the ganja industry internationally, especially from a medical point of view, what new product being developed, what new findings the researchers come up with, like other day when I'm on the Israel, I hear them say them find 144 different CBD, and the different CBD, can treat different illnesses. The new
Hold on. Where are you doing in Israel?
No, I go on one of the biggest medical conferences that take place in the world, They call it Canatech. So it was a 2-day conference, and I was invited, So give thanks to Timeless Herbal Care, where them spend time on ticket and so on. So I'm on reach down there and participating in the conference,
Okay.
But at that conference now, I have some of the top scientists, then the top researchers, and funny enough, I don't in Jamaica, we don't know what is taking place on an international level where ganja cannabis is concerned.
Yeah.
The type of machine that is being manufactured to deal with ganja, for example. You have the tuna people grow herb down there and use them hand and say that pick herb, but the man develop machine.
Yeah.
Where you just put the herb on and drink, and you just pick it out, see me like how when I want to pick herb down there,
Yeah.
So, man, try to go as much of them events as possible, not just to promote Roots Fest, but to try to find out what goes on in the industry, because as a people, we need to know what goes on in order that we can know how to position ourselves to get maximum benefit out of this ganja industry,
Yeah.
So
The festival now, the festival. What going to take place this year at the festival for the 3 days? Give me a round.
Yeah, well, the fourth aspect of the event is what I'm going to talk about, which is the music aspect. And this year we have people like Caverton, we have Kabaka Pyramid, we have Ibamar, Leroy Chibbles, Bushman, we have Micah Shemaya, and we have some other artists. We have Admiral Tibet, you know, some of the top artists, and we have local artists them from Negril, plus some, you know, younger youth from Kingston where come up. But it's all about the overall event is one to inform the Jamaican public in terms of, like I say, what going on in the industry in terms of, you know, different findings and the different machinery we are developed. And like I said, the expo. So basically that's the aim and objective at the event. You have also the what they call the advocacy part, because all over the world you have people, especially indigenous people rights being violated. And we use Rootfest as a platform to echo our voices in support of the rights of indigenous people. Just like how Rasta rights have been violated all over these years by the state of Jamaica and other places, you know?
All right, so in terms of the setting now, because you know, people go to listen to you and say, how them get to take part tonight in terms of having film product there, selling it, the boot them, you know, how much for them boot there, how them get in contact with whosoever them can get the boot them from. And
yeah,
what them for do?
We have different boot prices. For example, people who involved in a craft, a boot is 30,000. I mean, I say a boot, a 10 by 10 boot.
Yeah.
It's 30,000. For those who involved in a food, it's 40,000.
Yeah, 30,000 for the 3 days.
Yeah,
okay.
3 days.
Okay.
Who involved in a food is 40,000.
Yeah.
And who have herb product, when I say herb product, I mean ganja product, where they must sell, exhibit, or anything, they're $60,000, you know? If I want a board, then can call them at 404-9776 or 799-7577. Can also call Kamau in a Kingston, 420-5103. You can call Kush at 341-8494, Tracy at 406-8157.
And you have still a boot, you still have boot there, you still them not gone?
No, man, you can still get boot, you know?
Okay.
Can get 20 by 20 boot, you know, cost for 460 is 24, which is $240,000. Because, you know, company them where they have them product and them want display them thing in a certain way. So some get 20 by 20, 10. Some people get 10 by 10. It all depends on what you really want to showcase and what you really want to do, you know? If I really want anything there, then I can also go on the website, which is RastafariRootfest.com. You can go on the Facebook, which is Rastafari Rootfest, and Instagram, Rootfest. But you get information in terms of banking system and anything, how you go about purchasing a board. The bank right now, we have an account at Sagicor, Savlamar. Again, there's a local account in a man name down there where one can just go on the website and you get all the information then. You know?
All right, we have to move on now, brethren. So, you know, so as it get closer again, we'll talk again.
Yeah, man, and give thanks, Muta, give thanks, you know?
Yeah, give thanks.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, this is the Cutting Edge on IRFM. Hidden Colors will be shown here in St. Anne's. We still try to find the venue. Hidden Color, for those of you who don't know Hidden Color, we'll play parts and parts of it on this program a couple of times, but it's very interesting to see it with the visual to Hidden Colors. Yeah.
Offensive to white America and to Trump. Well, the enslavement of Africans obviously was not that offensive to white America, because it was here for so long. The systematic genocide of indigenous people was not offensive to white America. They supported it, just like they supported the enslavement of Africans. They supported Jim Crow laws for so long. They supported redlining. They embraced the KKK. They still embrace the KKK. They do. It's a fact. It's the only terrorist group that has been allowed to operate in our country is the KKK. Why? Because they're a white terrorist group. Now, why would a nation allow a white terrorist group to operate? Because our nation is also a white terrorist group. So white America has never, ever, ever, ever been offended by any sort of injustice, including murder, today or yesterday. Tamir Rice, a little boy, playing with a plastic gun. The policeman rode up on him as fast as he could in the park without asking any questions, shot him dead in the park. A little boy with a little plastic gun, innocently playing in the park. The white policeman rode up, shot him dead in the park. Was white America offended? No. The vast majority of white America was not offended. When Michael Brown was executed, white America was not offended. They were quiet. They were silent. All the lynchings that happened, pregnant women being lynched in the past, hung by trees, their babies coming out of them and being stomped in the ground, white America wasn't offended. Emmett Till, white America wasn't offended. Sandra Bland, white America wasn't offended. Freddie Gray, Trayvon. Matter of fact, as usual, whether it's modern lynchings or historical lynchings, as usual, just like yesterday and today, white America's busy defending the perpetrators of racism, of white supremacy. So when I say we are a white supremacist nation, just look at the facts. What offends white America is when a football player kneels during the national anthem. Not when a black man is executed in the street by a racist police officer because that racist police officer only sees a stereotype of a criminal. And this is why black people have always been killed. They don't see their humanity. They see them as a racist stereotype. This is why black and brown folks have always been murdered. Reservations today, the Trail of Tears, Andrew Jackson on our currency. Why is that racist Andrew Jackson on our currency? Because we celebrate racist. Collectively, culturally, as a people, white America has, what we're good at is apathy toward people of color, toward marginalized people. We're good at denial. We're good at projecting our racism back onto people of color, back onto brown and black folks. We pretend that many white people today, even today, pretend they live under black or brown supremacy, that there's some sort of black or brown supremacy that's oppressing them, that black people are more racist and have more power over white people than white people. The system of white supremacy operates, they pretend that it's a black and brown system, somehow suppressing them. White people are psychotic, socially and mentally psychotic. And from a racial point of view, in the context of race, they are psychotic, literally. And Trump is their psychopathic leader. You look at Obama, an eloquent, charming, gentle, beautiful human being, not a scandal, adored his family, was all about unity, solidarity. Then you look at Trump. Look at all the racist things he said. Look at all the racist, what a Nazi in the White House. White America has their hypocrisy, they have their apathy, they have their white supremacy, and they have their white supremacist leader, and they're happy. The only thing good is that they're coming out of the closet. The racism is showing, and that's always better than covert racism, because now we know who you are.
On attack, yes, yeah.
And why you send me on a wild goose chase tonight to find out about this St. Thomas guy, right? Because I thought it was somebody else, but...
Wait, hold on. You sure you know who you're talking to?
Yeah, Muta.
I send you on a wild goose.
No, because you wanted to know who St. Thomas was named after.
Oh, it's a wild goose chase. You never find out?
No, I did find out. But
why it says a wild goose chase?
No, because who I thought it was,
yes,
it wasn't him.
Who you thought it was?
I'm a teacher, right?
Yeah.
And so they always talk about this guy named Sir Thomas Modiford, who was responsible for splitting up Jamaica into the parishes. So I automatically thought, well, it must have been him because they state that all the parishes at that time were named after the governors. But then I found a book in my library, which was Handbook of Jamaica, 1962. And the first sentence goes, the second sentence is, it may have been named after Thomas, Lord Windsor, governor in 1662. So I think probably that would be who it would be named after. But Sir Thomas Modiford was the person who actually split the parish into 7 parishes at the time.
Yeah. So that's not a wild goose chase?
No. I forgot about this book, and I thought it was Sir Thomas Modiford.
Okay, yeah.
So,
okay.
but it was actually Thomas Lord Windsor.
Okay.
And then I did some Google research, and
you see Thomas again.
I see Thomas again. I see both of them.
Okay, so the book where you just mentioned a while ago, what is the name of that book?
This book is Handbook of Jamaica, 1962.
Okay.
It was first published in 1881.
So why Saint Thomas? Why Saint? We call them Saint Mary, Saint Elizabeth, Saint. Why Saint?
Well, all it simply says is that they put Saint in front of the names of the governors. I suppose maybe from like a religious point of view.
It was a religious point of view.
Saint.
Well, Portland never named Saint Portland.
No, well, Portland was named after... Portland was actually one of the later parishes, and that was a governor, and that was his name, and he just called it Portland, I suppose.
Okay.
I guess he didn't put a saint in front of his.
Okay, I want to Kingston. And Westmoreland. Trelawney, Hanover. No, I'm not seeing they're behind them.
Well, yeah, but the first 7 parishes were actually St. Thomas in the east, Clarendon, St. Andrew, St. John's, St. Catherine's, St. David's, and Port Royal.
You know, it did have more than 14 parishes.
Yes, there were 22.
22 parishes,
at its highest.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. Well, I'm glad. Say I get you up and I run for all the book. Them, it's sweet me.
It was very interesting, and I had a question to answer you that I took because I called you about 2 weeks ago to tell you when I asked the little boy the question and about which is the ethnicity that is represented in Jamaica, and he said Europeans. And so I asked him, he said he wanted to know why he would have chose Europeans over Africans. So when I asked him, his response was, well, the Europeans controlled us. So I just figured that was the answer. So that was his reasoning for choosing Europeans over Africans. Hello?
I said I remember.
Yes. No, I couldn't hear you.
No, I just said I remember.
Yeah.
But I thank you very much for the information, and I hope you go chase some more goose when you go down later again.
Yeah, maybe Pat Clark can give me a job.
All right, Papa, give thanks. Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
Yes, that was very interesting. That's very interesting. Yes, it's so we do it. So we do it. Believe you me. And Harriet Tubman says she free many slaves, and she could free many, many more if only they knew they were slaves. And you know, only away in Jamaica right now, a slave, but because we're not seeing no chain from our foot, we laugh after our ancestors them and say them are idiot. You think nobody could have come put chain on my foot now? Well, slavery is not just chain on your foot. The wickedest slavery is when a man try to wash your brain and it not out dirty. And they allow him to wash your brain. And you get brainwashed. And you tell you're not slave. It's a serious thing. Slavery, like the new colonialism, textbook colonialism, gone now. But that don't mean colonialism dead. Because you have nations who sneakingly are colonized way. But because them never come with chain and gun, we feel say, I know colonization that. Until one man we wake up and realize, say, we don't have no land. We don't have a language. So, we have to understand where we are going. That the colonialism that we knew and the formula that was used according to when people study our little island, like the British Islands, a little place like England could have controlled nearly half the world. Just imagine that. It's an island, you know. And how a place like that could have control half the world. There is people who go to university to go study these things, you know. And them write books about colonialism. But now they have to go rewrite the books again. Because there's a new colonialism that is taking place by a big superpower. Bigger than England. With many more people than England. And France. And Portugal. And Spain. Other part of them country there. Them not have the amount of people where this new colonial master have. But guess what? It's not gone. It might come with money and infrastructure development. Infrastructure development. At what cost? That is the question. At what cost Jamaica going to sell out to these new colonialists? What cost? Hail,
Father Muta.
Blessed man.
Yes, man, I know there, you know, Father Muta call for in the east, you know. Yeah, man, come talk about the bad word situation, man, where I affect from and even from week, I tell you, years now it's affect us, because I tell you, Father Muta, the Prime Minister, before the man became the Prime Minister, last year we make a chat with the man, and the man say, before he win, say, when he win, you know, the whole of Western St. Thomas, you know, we got the best road, man, boy, I tell the Father Muta, fan, man, become Prime Minister, boy, I tell you, all the road and get all worse, sir.
So what do you expect now? Tell me what you expect.
What do you expect?
What did you expect? You expect the road them to fix overnight or slam bam pan you to when them say it?
No, man, we don't expect them to fix overnight, so Father Muta, but at least still we expect someone go in still. We'd have to at least look some of the road would have fixed also. And from the man go in Muta, none of the road now fixed. We see the Virgin they call Steve Shaw. Yeah, every time the Virgin send the man them to come dig up the road and say, yeah, we expect the man when them dig up the road and we'll see it fixed like in a 2 day or 3 day. And months, because we see all right in front of Robert Lightburn High School. So in front of high school, I tell them about Steve Shaw and send some man to go dig up the road, and I tell you, I'll know. I tell if I need the strike. Before the strike, that's what Mr. Ryan put together, you know, the people, they make one local strike. Before, and the people, they strike, I tell the man, anyway, they go patch out all the road right there, so in front of high school, and high school can't see, you can't have the main road in front of the high school, see someone. Right now, we are merely Father Muta, in order for me to go to work in a month, be a daytime, yeah? Normally, before the road reach to the state where it is right now, it was like 15-minute drive, and I tell you, it take me from my commute to reach might be like an hour. I tell you, if I reach our work, I might have Father Muta, but if you go and reach our class, we start doing all you. I'm tired already. I'm tired. I can't want to sleep.
All right, well.
And that really bad still, because trust me, the minister them can't promise the people them say them are going to do something. When they promise people them if they do something, people might look for you, deliver. And we see where the man come into St. Thomas and the man come into a town and meet one. Yeah, when them say some conference center and some of them are put up and November we don't know Father Muta and now we don't see the first dirt. Start dig out of the good year, they say, you know. When I see the first dirt, they start dig. So we still wonder if they need a trick with that again.
Brethren.
Yes.
Politicians is there to promise you things. Promise, when me look up at me, them say promise is what? When them say promise is what?
They come for to a fool.
Okay.
Yeah,
right.
so
remember that, you know. When you hear politicians, remember that, you know. Okay, just remember that. That means that everything where the people them do, forget them rights, is legitimate to me personally.
Yeah?
Everything where the people them do, forget them rights, recognize, to me is legitimate. Me say that. This is not no IRFM thing, I know whatsoever thing. And Mutabaruka say that. Yeah, so I don't know how a man want to interpret what me just say.
Yeah, but the thing of Father Muta, I wonder how long the people them will really sit down and take all of them treatment they are still, especially all the youth, especially all the youth.
As long as them a get chicken back, and long as them a get green t-shirt and orange t-shirt. Yeah, and promise. Promise is a big thing, you know. Promise full your belly, you know. Yeah, man, promise full your belly, man.
But them things they go full, but all of them things they can't full the belly them for
as long as the people them allow it. As long as the people them allow it.
Yeah, but the people them I know be the time for the people, most of the youth them and the people them have to wise up and move away from that.
Well, you see, tomorrow I'm going to play a tape for you. Where one of the parliamentarians say in the house. Where they might encourage.
I know what Montague say.
Wait, no, man, listen to me, man. Nobody asked me for what Montague say, man. I'm going to play a tape in the house where sure you say you are getting some serious motivation. Okay, so when you hear it, you know, say you will be motivated.
I said tomorrow I'm going to say I'm going to play.
Yeah, because you know. You see, you know what I'm saying? Cock mouth kill cock.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, cock mouth kill cock. And you say when them talk about national heroes, we must remember say those national heroes were criminals.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, all of the national except for Buster and Manley.
Yeah, man.
All of the national heroes them live on the wrong side of the law.
Yeah, true.
Marcus Garvey go right to Nanny.
No.
Where the oldest woman, the oldest person in the line of Maroons is Nanny. And the youngest one in the line of Maroons, in the line of National, I mean, I talk about Buster Man there, you know.
Yeah, man.
Is Marcus Garvey. All of them was criminals. You understand?
Yes, man, I understand that one.
And where we're learning at school now, so they are our national heroes. So here what me I say again now. I'm not going to hang up still because I have to go to the advertisement.
Yeah, man.
Anything where the people them do, forget them rights, recognize. Me, now I have no problem with it.
Cho.
All right. So here I know. We're going to take the advertisement.
Yeah, man. Blessing Father Muta, man.
Yeah, give thanks. Yes. Cutting edge. Yes, ill.
Yeah, Muta,
blessed man.
Yeah, you know, me I talk about this religious thing all the while, you know, so I don't know why not religious thing.
Which religious thing? And which part I hear me talk about? Tell me.
Why, actually, one book.
Oh, the book is a religious thing. Yeah. So what I'm talking the other book them, you know, what I'm talking the Quran.
No, Quran, what name, sir?
Okay, all right. Go and talk.
Because we hear about this new colonization and all that kind of thing. So
religion, how that come up in a religion? And colonization, me talk about how that come up in a religion.
Oh, you mean how that come up in a religion?
You hear me relate to religion when me talk about the colonization a while ago?
Not really.
No, me not really. Me ask if you hear me mention anything about religion when me talk about the new colonization. How you connect the two?
Then the two of them work together.
All right, go on talk.
You understand? I'm here talk about this in textbook thing and this university thing. So you remember them thing round and round, Bessie down like a bam Bessie down. A Bessie down, billion black people go around here and when I realize that, you know, for that.
You can't have, you don't know, so you can't have colonization without religion.
But hold on, man. You remember, a diggle, the cat and the figure, the cow jump over the moon, the little dog, to see such one and this one, the little dog turn big dog now, you know.
You know, so you can't have colonization without religion.
Man. What kind of colonization, man? And I see him, hold on, man, and I see him dog when call me Dranko. You see me, I say?
You know, so you can't have religion without colonization. You can't have colonization without religion.
Mota, don't confuse me. Because this me no man, you see if I know what I know the Django never come back, you know. I flesh Django when book up and you know come back, you know.
You know, so you can't have colonization without religion.
Mota.
Talk no man, me I hear what you say. You know,
I hear me say. Listen, remember say when the Django when we say no the Django never come back. So God never beat the figure Django. And God will promise that not with that piece up on the gate of Zion, I see the judgment. So a long time dog and drunk he got trouble, you see me? And snake can hide on the grass. And I live on the water. And I jump from tree to tree, you see me? You understand? So brother drunk on him fly by night, pitch by day. So God not sleep long, God not have the patu, which is drunk fly by day, pitch by night. Patu fly by night, pitch by day, so God not sleep. So set up in thing. And the pusa saying we have 9 life, and the pusa tell.
Me ask you a question.
Hold on, man.
You know why I'm talk? You know why I'm talk?
All right.
You know, chat the whole time and say so. On my program. All right. You hear me ask you?
Yeah.
You have a woman voice sometime?
Me not hear you.
Sometime when you talk, you have like when you call the radio, you talk in a woman voice.
No, what your voice?
No, just answer when I ask you.
Yeah.
Me ask you, sometime when you call the program them, you have a woman voice?
No, I never call the program. Never. First you
call the program.
Yeah.
But you have a different body where you call the program sometime because you want to, it's how you talk. It sounds like me hear you all the while in a different voice.
No, I don't hear, man. I first
no, I don't know if I mean what I say. Me I tell you what I say. Me I tell you say, the same foolishness where some people, other people call me about, are the same foolishness me hear you talk.
You have cut the shorter?
Yes.
You have cut the shorter, make it easier?
Yes.
Eh?
Yes.
Me, the Christian, myself, listen, we honor the blood of Jesus, we are not honor the blood of Jesus.
Who for blood with the honor?
Eh?
The gunman, them.
They listen now, man. You see the crucifixion of Jesus?
Yes.
Eh?
Yeah.
You know how that was done?
No.
All right, look, listen, it's the crucifixion of Jesus, right?
Yeah.
You know what God says? God thank you with the cross we carry. We say we not carry. He said we respect his
God
son.
never give me no cross to carry.
God
never give me, I'm going to hang up now. God never give me no cross to carry.
No, he never give you. So listen now.
No way I say we
for. You go hang up. You know you go hang up.
Then me not go hang up now because I can't take that more conversation the way I say.
Me know you go hang up. Me know you go hang up.
All right, so if you know me I go hang up, then feel no way when me hang up then. All right. Yes. Okay. Call me in a different... no, serious. We feel like what woman call me one night, you know, when she create a one right in the radio where all know people are foreign that call me about her, you know. She can get some university lecture now, you know, really, I forgot to lecture. Them one that one named King James call me. Me wonder the whole of them are just one person. That's why me ask him if he might call me in a woman voice, you know. Maybe I hope people don't understand why me ask him that. The voices them sound different, but the stupidity sound the same. And it's not that them really stupid, but the articulation of the thing they make you get annoyed. You understand? Even though people like all Bates, you know, of all the greatness of going on a program, you know, Bates love the stupid people them more than everybody else, you know. I can't believe Bates in a brethren. Bates sit down until all 1 o'clock, him sit down and do the whole program, you know. But so when 1 o'clock come, him go get him tea. As an Englishman, him go get him tea, you know, and sit down and say, all right, now, they're going to come out from Muta now, and now the laugh till I go start. And now the laugh till I go start, you know. But I tell you, right. My grandmother used to say, God give me grace to persevere. And my mother used to say that all the while. All right.
Yel Muta.
Yeah, blessed man.
Yes, first call in your program.
Yes, hey, diggle, the cat and the figgle.
Yeah. I want to talk about the roads, the badness of the road in St. Thomas. I'm not only St. Thomas alone because I'm
whole of Jamaica.
Sometimes I'm wondering if the persons who they said to administer these things, if they don't know what they are to do. Because for the last 50 years, persons didn't use in White Mall to patch road.
Foolishness.
They patch the road today. Rainfall, it take up the little asphalt what them put and it come in like Johnny cake. Then they patch back the same pothole all the while.
Yeah, them have
why can't they learn? Yeah. I wonder if you know, sometimes I wonder if when I check out our political leaders, all of them are either doctors are lawyers.
Yeah,
And one of the things that a doctor practice, you give him a complaint and him prescribe something and send it to the pharmacist to take the problem from himself. The lawyer try to talk his way out. And it seems like it's the same thing them doing in Jamaica, because everybody should know who does engineering that mal melt under when moisture catches it, such as water. And when you're fixing road like St. Thomas, sometimes it come in like, I wonder if it's a game they're playing. When we see them come and them use the jackhammer and them dig out 1 inch of the road, them put white marl on it right up to the top, and then them
feel a little light asphalt. Over. Yeah.
Now, the same money what they are spending to do the road over and over, because I wrote about this, I talked about it. Concrete can be used, which produce in Jamaica.
But it's concrete it's concrete them supposed to use. Common sense show you that. Common sense show you that.
Saying, how is it? The other day I heard Stephen Shaw, Neville Bell was asking Stephen Shaw why they continue to use the same material. And him said the world is using it, and is either he's uninformed or not, because I have been to Florida.
Concrete.
And they don't use white marl on the road.
Brethren, I can tell you something, man. These people not only uninformed, them not exposed. And you see when them hear things, you see if it don't conform to where them did know long time, them now go look on it as something legitimate. It's obvious, it's concrete. Them supposed to build, based upon how we are going now and the traffic them, and their evidence and the traffic them, it's concrete them supposed to use. We have a cement factory out of Rockford. They must say it's too expensive. It's too expensive now because the amount of productivity time I get missing now because people have to dodge patrol and I block up the other side of the road because they have to go over the other side of the road.
That is it.
Yeah. And the amount of drop down in a hole where you have a patch of tire, this and that. That is the expense.
Right now, Muta, I am telling you the truth. 2 days of the week, I have to drive going to Kingston from St. Thomas here. And right now, me thinking of park the car and buy a donkey.
You're going to ride a donkey?
On the main road. I'm telling you, the main road, them.
Yes.
I just loosely said that to make you understand.
No, but I can tell you something. I didn't know a Rasta man really live at St. Thomas. But anytime we are going to bingy, a donkey ride come at the bingy, I think a joke. Me I tell you that Virgin no take bus. And him not drive in a car. It's like him walk. You see when bingy, you see if him not on a donkey, him walk. I mean know that dread they walk from St. Thomas go at St. Anne. If you know the bingy, you go keep. You think a joke here, so you are saying no, you not think it's a joke. You are saying and you don't think it's a joke. Watch out, the road them was made for donkeys. It never make for car. And I see him all dirty road them.
I made a proposal a long time ago, Muta. And I said, and years after I said, I hear Carib Cement Company say the same thing. Till them all do a part of concrete road. I am saying, anywhere you see a pothole, since this patch you can patch them. Anywhere you see a pothole, get one of those machines, because you have to truck them with the auger, with the wide bit or narrow bit. Dig out that pothole about 2 feet, take out all those marl and pour mass concrete. If you do that with every pothole, you know, the next 50 years, because that become a structure now where underneath the surface of the earth now, either truck nor water.
No, you have to go to the whole part of the road. So you see if you do one little hole, the asphalt round it, I go pose a problem to that little hole.
Yes, but I mean whatever they are doing now, you know, Muta,
it now work.
They got a little spot and put a little mal and asphalt. Yeah. And I am saying it wash out at the same time.
Yeah.
So if they are going to do this then, if in the long term them plan to do the road and then them, since it's patch, them can patch. Patch what they don't have to patch again.
You know, I think the government should have done, use some plyboard. Because the people don't have no rotted sense. Use plyboard and fix the road. That's the next thing they have to do. Use plyboard bridge. Anyway, we have to move. Yes, sir.
Yes, respect Muta.
Yeah, man. Serious thing. Because maybe the plyboard is easier or better than the thing whatever I don't know. watch you know, if you want your garden for cut and lawn and trim up on them thing there, you go down at Duke Street, go call a lawyer. No. You go past hospital, go get a doctor. You go find a man who do gardening. Now, if you do this work, engineering and this and that, oh, you go call gardener to fix the road. These contractors used to garden. Them can't fix road. Obviously. What it shows in Jamaica is that them can't fix road. Them don't know nothing about road. And the government now lay down the law and say, guaranteed. Like when you go buy furniture, coats, or go buy electronic thing, them say you have a guarantee, 1 year guarantee. Like you go buy car from KIG and them say, 1 year guarantee for parts. If anything happen, and it won't pass, them will serve you 1 year guarantee. The government don't have nothing like that in a contract with these people. I mentioned it to the man, I didn't his name, and him said that is a good idea. It's a good idea, and them don't follow it up. You see what happened to Jamaica now? You know how much money I waste and time I waste because of how the road them stay and government that talk about concrete too expensive. I idiot people them around the thing. Idiot people them. Keep saying that no man no believes that joke I make. Idiot people them around the thing. Oh yes. Yeah,
Muta.
Wait, oh you know man. Long time I don't hear from you. Long time I don't hear from you, man.
Yeah, some of the time. Some of the time when we try to get through, you know, the phone call thing go, hold on, and no work, you know what I mean? But
you, man.
Today's really Laxley Comrades Day.
Today my berry.
Some technical.
Today my berry.
Yeah, because the funeral is today, you know. Yes, Laxley Comrades funeral is today at 11 o'clock. St. Mary's Church by the corner of Mullines Road and Washington Boulevard today, Thursday the 9th at 11 o'clock.
They're not gone. Oh, you mean today Thursday? Today Thursday? Tomorrow Thursday?
Yes.
Oh, tomorrow Thursday.
Today, Thursday the 9th.
No, in England, no, at Thursday, no. Over here, so still Wednesday.
Yes, well, it will be Thursday, yeah, well, couple of hours from now, your time, you know what I mean? Yeah, so Laxley, Comrie, you know, farmer, Jamaica Football Federation head and
Boys Town
man, yes, man originally from Denham Town,
great
and
engineer.
Trench Town, captain, Boys Town, cricket team and so on, you know, for Lance Comrie, Stokey Smith, a lot of Kingston technical people will be there today. And his mortal remains will be interred at Dovecat in St. Catherine.
You tell me that no me there so tomorrow, you know, it's a terrible thing now.
Yes. Because no, you'd really want to make that it's 11 o'clock tomorrow, you know. But you're not talking about the road situation is really Laxley Comrades Day and also my day too, because the two of us are civil engineers who studied at the same place in London, South Bank. Always talk about the fact, same thing what you're saying with the mall thing, is that the proper thing to be used is asphaltic concrete.
I don't know how them can say that. I don't know how them can recognize that.
Because when them talking about it is too dear, it is the cheapest thing in the long run.
But them not looking at the long run thing. Them looking at say them don't have no money.
No, but you know what? It's not even that. It's pork barrel politics, you know. They want to have an excuse to give them
people
as them who them use to give more time. So it's not in them interest to fix the roads properly. So every now and then, every couple months, them can have an excuse to waste money by giving to them followers who them can use to them election thing. That is what it really is. Them know what them doing. Them don't want the roads. Even though fixing the roads properly with asphaltic concrete is the thing that will last.
Of course.
Because as civil engineers, I mean, I work on the Maypen Bypass Road there. I mean, in Clarendon and so, in the 1970s with the Ministry of Works as a civil engineer. And it's asphaltic concrete we use. Proper thing. Because if you want the thing to last, Laxley, same thing on both of our projects as civil engineers at South Bank where we studied. Our final year project was road construction.
But
so
not
we know exactly what we're dealing with.
But not that them using a Fern Gully the other day. Not the same as concrete thing them using a Fern Gully. Eh?
I don't know what they use in Fern Gully. But did it stand up?
Or did it stand up? Look here, the other day, before them fix Fern Gully the other day, every minute rainfall, and the same thing happen. It's a long while now, me no hear nobody a ball say Fern Gully want fix. And then use the concrete. Them use the concrete in a part of Bagwater too. I mean, I see nothing wrong with the road so far. Which part of Bagwater? After you come over the bridge, I come to Ochide so. After you come over the flat bridge and you drive a little portion away. There are part of the portion of the road where it's asphalt, it's concrete. I don't see nothing wrong with it.
And how you find it? That part that you make with the concrete.
A concrete them for use.
Exactly.
And concrete them for use.
And next thing,
we have concrete at Jamaica. Big asphalt, big concrete place they are Rockford.
True.
Yes, a wicked them wicked.
Yes, true. By Rockford, Iskinson. And then the next thing too, you see when you're constructing roads, it's not enough to just construct roads too. You must have a proper drainage system so that when rain falls, the water has a place to drain off. Because you see, if you don't have that, the water will build up and work underneath the road, the pavement and thing, and destroy the fabric of the thing. Drainage, the installation of proper drainage for roads is absolutely necessary. It's not enough to just build roads, but you must have allied to it a proper drainage system.
The road's supposed to build with a curve, man.
Precisely. So that with the road, you can't build a road and it is flat because when the water falls, there is no runoff. So it's supposed to camber so that either side of the road come to an apex right in the middle. So when rain falls, it falls up just like when you build your roof and your house. You don't build it flat. You slant it. You have a gradient so that the water falls off. You know what I mean?
But I tell you, brethren, me don't know.
You know?
Me don't know nothing about them.
Some of our African ancestors in Egypt, Kemet, and them places they know because when them build things, them build it in that way.
It's still there.
And that's from thousands of years ago.
Something wrong, man. Something wrong, brethren. Something wrong.
Yes, it's the corruption, man. It's the corruption. Them want an excuse to every couple months and so to waste money which should be spent on medical needs and educational needs and other more important things. Yeah, man, a pork barrel politics, man, you know? Pork barrel politics, you know? Yes, my brother, and St. Thomas really get it hard, but all over Jamaica, and then the wear and tear of people's vehicles, others you know, to the cost. Money that people should be spending on other more important things that they are spending to fix them vehicle and that type of thing because of these potholes.
You know the wickedest part of the pothole thing now is the backup of traffic in areas where you never used to have backup of traffic because people have to slow down for go over the pothole or go on the other side of the road and stop traffic from come down on the other side of the road. And you know Jamaican people stay. If them get to on the other side of the road, everybody go follow that person there and go on the wrong side of the road, and the people come on the other side. A madness, brethren. A confusion.
Yes, traffic congestion.
A confusion.
Yes. And as you know, when you have traffic congestion, production in the country slows down.
Time. Me don't know them. Me don't know if them know, but them don't know, and them think them know, but them don't know.
No, them know Muta just like what I'm saying, but they don't want to do the right thing because it is very short-sighted for their own political interest. And both parties have been guilty of this. Both parties over the years. we come see this going on. They know what to do.
Yeah.
They know the right and do the wrong. We have to call a spade as my mother would have said. You know what I mean?
It's not like
this is why
it's not like a highway where there is no backup on the traffic. So and the road the road are used to the point where slow down traffic. Cause highway everything are gonna move. Everything are move. On the normal road in Jamaica, everything not moving. You have stoplight. You have people that come out in a certain area, and then on the next road, you know what I mean? So the road is well used. Well used. You have some people where overload truck. And them is the next one too, you know, them overloading on the truck, you know. But when the tire, when the sun hot on the tire and the truck them heavy, it's sinking the tire. I don't know where them people are.
It depress it, yes.
Yes, with the overload, them no weird truck in a Jamaica. Them used to wait angel lights. Them, you know, see them do that again. You know, see, because maybe them can't afford it, them not no money. But them have the money. Them have money. Anything government want to do, them will get the money for do it. So them stay. Them all like the people them not no money.
Exactly. They have the money to do the right thing, but use the money to do wrong things. And that is the truth.
Yeah.
Because the weight of vehicles too is important in the construction of roads and so.
Yes.
Because this is why you have to have designs to cater for the weight of vehicles, the tire pressure on the road.
Yes. But them not engineer do these things, Virgin. It's gardener. It's not engineer to them, you know.
Precisely.
Yeah, it's like me when I plant something.
And then you have the trained civil engineers like
can't get no work.
And so. But again, it's the pork barrel politics again. You give people who are not qualified.
Yes, sorry. Yes.
Yes, you give unqualified people the job to do. So the result must be waste and stupidity.
I tell you, brethren, I don't know.
Because you're giving them jobs based on their political allegiance and not on their civil engineering expertise. It's a deliberate thing. So corruption is very, very expensive for people in Jamaica.
And when the people them
worldwide,
and when the people them do what them supposed to do, you to them a broke law. I'm going to say it again. Anything that is necessary for the rights of the people to be respected, I ain't with it. Anything, I ain't with it.
And I support you with that, Muta. Yeah. I endorse you because if you want good, you have to fight for good. Yes, because there is no easy way.
Yes.
No easy way.
Yes. We have to move, brethren. We have to move.
Okay, blessed love. Try and work a miracle and reach Loxley, no?
I know the miracle not going to work. That's what trust me.
Miracle not going to work.
No, me think about it already. I will calculate the thing, it not going to work. Me don't calculate in my head when you talk, you know.
Okay.
Unless me never have to go up on the road. Me never have a helicopter now.
We'll charter one from JDF, no?
No, man, send one of your friends for them one come lend me, man. Because I know you have a whole heap of friends who have helicopter.
Well, you never know.
All right,
never say no. Maybe something can work out. But I might phone you later.
88 or visit our website at www.questsecurityservices.com. Quest Security Services. We detect, we deter, we deliver.
Waterland, an exciting eco water park where you must enjoy every moment. At Waterland, there's a stage for all ages. Kiddie pool, swimming, go-kart, walk on water activity, slides, kayaking, tractor ride, and obstacle course. Experience the majestic feeling of the Wide River and be one with nature. With restaurant and bars in Wide River Valley, right outside of Ontario. Telephone 568-5247, 568-5242. Waterland.
No work, you know what I mean?
Amigos, arriving in Negril, the biggest circus from Mexico. The Suarez Brothers Mexican Circus. Days.
Seals from Thursday, November 2nd.
Presenting from Russia, skateboard dogs and an incredible flying inside the circus. prices for children start at $1,000.
Yeah, remember, heroes them now.
Saturdays and holidays, 5 p.m. and 8 p.m. Sundays, 2 p.m., 5 p.m. and 8 p.m. Tickets on sale from 10 a.m. at the Circus Box office.
Savannah Lamar, coming soon.
All right,
on Friday, November 10th.
Join us for the 5th annual Jamaica Music Conference.
Security Services provides superior armed and unarmed guard security services. Our guards go through the most extensive screening and training programs
and unique sessions. Log on to www.jamaicamusicconference.com and register for the 2017 Music Conference today. Advance tickets $3,500 Jamaican dollars. Now available at Booker Philly in Kingston and Fontana Pharmacy in Mobile and Kingston.
Sponsored by Irie FM.
It's the Flow Super Cup 2017 kickoff weekend, presented by Coca-Cola. This Friday and Saturday, November 10 and 11 at Catherine Hall Stadium, Montego Bay. Friday, November 10, Clarendon College versus Calabar High at 5 p.m. And St. Elizabeth Technical versus St. Andrew Technical at 7 p.m. Saturday, November 11, Jamaica College versus Dental Technical at 5 p.m. And Kingston College versus Rusty's High at 7 p.m. It's the Flow Super Cup 2017, brought to you by Scotiabank, KFC, Fresh, Powerade, Pringles, Locker Room, ATL Automotive Group, the Jamaica Observer, RFM, and Sip FM.
JBDC and NCB present Mobile Business Clinic, converting capacity to currency. It's the Global Entrepreneurship Week edition. Join us at the Ultimate Court Hotel in Kingston, November 14 to 15, starting at 9 a.m. as we explore Blue Ocean strategy, the art of closing the deal, financing, and advertising. Presenters include Wayne Beecher and Wayne Robinson. Registration is mandatory. Call 928-516-125 or visit jbdc.net. JBDC Global Entrepreneurship Week 2017, building empires.
It's the annual Customer Appreciation Day of Johnson's Petroleum Falmouth this Saturday. It's going to be a day and night affair with lots of fun, excitement, and giveaways for the entire family. IRFM, the nation's number one, will be live on location with DJ Bones and ZJ Diamond from 2 to 5 p.m. Join us as we bring you the vibes live on location, live on the 107s. That's a live outside broadcast from Johnson's Petroleum Annual Customer Appreciation Day this Saturday on the nation's number one, IRFM.
Yeah, this is the cutting edge on IRFM. Why am I not hearing about the shooting them are going in a Norwood and thing, in the news report them? Or the police now give nobody no information. A whole heap of shooting are going on Montego Bay, you know. I mean, we're not talking about specifically now, even though as we speak, shooting are going on, but we hardly hear about the shooting them, especially in Norwood and, flank and them place there. I mean, how come we not hear about them again? Somebody I try keep down the thing to make you feel like everything is fine and dandy. We need to realize that somebody is doing something that I say, we could just hold it down. As we speak here, we'll heap of shooting are going on in Montego Bay. As we speak here right now. We want the people them know that. It not ease up. It not ease up even though no one is talking about it. Them talk about the obvious. That's why when I hear them talk about how much people dead this year, I kind of say, you see them thing they know. If them tell you 10 people dead, check say 15. Because some of the body them not find them yet. Long the line now, them find decomposed bodies somewhere about there, so with gunshot in them face and all them made. It's a terrible thing to talk about in the night, but me just have to say that. All right. Ill.
Yeah.
Yeah, blessed.
Muta.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. Second time for your program, you see me?
Since when? Since tonight or since?
No, man.
Oh, since forever.
Couple months
20
ago,
years, yeah.
Yeah. All right. You don't want to say me I call for a mobile.
You're shooting and going on there still?
No, I don't make no phone call yet, because I me up on the phone and I wait how long to talk today, you see me? That much fall asleep when I time.
That's where it go, me too.
You see me? But here right now, put you in, all right, I have two things I really want to talk about still, but you see, first thing now, you see, I don't know when the last time you come up here. See, but watch out now. You see the traffic in a mobile motor?
Yes.
Morning time, and as a matter of fact, right through the day, only time you don't see traffic is on a Saturday and a Sunday. But watch this now. you know, say, the stoplight, them don't work together.
No, them not coordinate.
Yeah, because when one I say red, one I say green.
And people who put up Christmas tree put them there.
But I want to look something on know.
Yeah, but I tell you, people who put up Christmas tree put them there because, all right, you see when me I drive on New York,
yeah,
and you drive on that street. Sure. You see when one stoplight say go, by the time you reach that stoplight, the other one say go. By the time you reach the other say go. And then now you see them come to a stop, all of them say stop.
Yeah, man, I know, man, because I go to New York before and I
yes, them coordinated, Don't you so? As a stoplight say stop, you so the other one I say go down there so. By the time you reach down there so, it says stop and the other one I say go. The people them can't move when they're behind you, when they are the stop. I can't fool
say, you see, it's stoplight with the right at KFC, right at Interstate.
Yeah.
Right, that's all.
Yeah.
Right, that's all now. It's like everybody want to go through one time. You know, when the light catch up on yellow.
They must go cross and block the middle.
And then no, you go all the way down to LOG and then go all the way down to the end of the catch now stoplight, right, that's all.
Yeah, man.
And it's in a reach at end of the stoplight, when they reach at end, you say, yo, what cause all the traffic here? Come on, it's not really cause the traffic.
Yeah.
But when you're stuck on Penn Street now, seeing the stoplight them now work.
Them not coordinate. Yeah, them not coordinate.
So I don't know who are the big man who responds to all them.
Santa Claus put them there, man.
Well, maybe for call Santa Claus.
Yeah, Christmas tree decoration.
Because me and man a tourist me carry, you know.
Yes.
See, I tell you more while when me left out from the airport, for go along a secret same place there. Seeing it take me as on good all 30 minutes, 40 minutes. You understand what I'm saying? It kind of really
improve
your business. Because sometimes all your day just get messed up. Because you spend 40 minutes in our traffic. You see me? So I don't know if they are, I don't know who they are know where control them thing there.
No, we have to wait till tomorrow for that. In the night time, we don't work with people in them night time.
All right, no problem. But second thing now, Zane.
Yeah. Them gonna get caught at the traffic too.
All that. You never know. Yeah. All right, you know. I watch a video other day with the high school, Anchovy High School, where the student them a fight teacher for whatever reason. I don't know.
The girl them.
Seeing, no, this morning me call my old lady this morning. Seeing, I just call her like regular call check up on my old lady. She tell me say, my sister just call her from school a while ago, say a girl threaten her for either push a steel through her or lick her with a steel. So I say, so what cause her? She say the girl jumped down upon her in a bus. Because I know a school bus them full all 100 sitting in a school bus. You know?
Yeah.
Seeing all type of music and all type of sitting in a playground school. You know what kind of school, you see me? But she said, that go on. So I say, so you have a number for your school? She said, no. I said, all right, you don't know, Google can find the number. So I find the number and call up at the school and that's me get through to the vice principal. So I tell the vice principal what the vice principal said to me, say, why my sister never call the office? I say, well, I don't know why she never call, I don't know why she never come at the office, you know, but knowing the video, what she see, where I should see it, like face to face, like she did the answer what go on her video session, I don't know. But she not go to the teacher or the principal, knowing that the student a fight teacher. So she feel more comfortable calling her mom. You understand what I say? Which that's understandable. So she has said, well, in the first place, my sister rang because she shouldn't take up her phone and call outside because in the first place, she don't have a phone and use in school. I said, well, 2 wrong cannot make her right. Okay, but she feel comfortable call her mother, say a girl threaten her at school.
But the teacher not think about the threat, she think about more.
She not exactly, she not think about the threat. So I said to her, it's all right. She in a grade 9. See, but I can't tell her a 9 what she in. I don't know. See, but what I say now is, as I put the argument to you now, I put it to your attention. All you have to do is try to find her and find out the matters and try to get it deal before it get big.
Big on. Yeah.
You know what she tell me, Mota?
No.
She tell me that she can walk out the whole black to find grade 9. So I said to her, I said, but I don't understand that because what you know, every school what me don't know in modern time right now.
Cambridge grade 9 there instead of
Anchovy.
No, that me I said, the reason why she can't walk it out at 2 grade 9 they don't at Cambridge.
Well, I must that our mom tell her, I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, so I say, yo, either easy if you take up your mic. Announce by the mic.
Yeah.
XYZ, come to the principal office.
Yeah.
Very easy.
What you say?
You don't have to walk to do that.
What you say?
She said she still had debate on the thing that I should call my sister and tell my sister to come to the principal office. So I say, all right, she not supposed to use the phone in the school. Okay, I understand that. Seeing, but she used the phone, call my mother. There's no guarantee that I will get her up on the phone because she's not supposed to use the phone. But it's so easy for you now to just take up the mic and say XYZ come to the principal office.
Yeah.
Because even when I talk to her on the phone, seeing me have the next phone now, I call my sister, up till now I don't get her. You understand what I say? But she had tell me, that she cannot get up to go walk the Great Nine Block to go find my sister. I say, Mommy, it's very easy for you to take up the phone, the mic, and announce on the mic. Because in modern time now, every school have that right now. Every school have that right now. You don't have to walk up on them again. Just take up the mic and call. Mutabaruka come to the principal office.
Yeah.
Very, very easy.
Yeah. I mean, now go,
But I understand something, Muta.
Yeah,
because half my time, parents do not know what them picking do at school.
I can tell you something, brother.
They don't know.
You see these people, they're more interested to say, the picnic never have on the right color shoes, or the person at the picnic have on locks, or the picnic should not use cell phone at the school. But the issue where you go if you go deal with, go and left them.
Exactly.
It's like the woman where the woman are complaining about the little picnic them a push stick in her picnic bottom, and she go to the police station. She cuss bad at the police station and vexed. Them not instead of them deal with the issue at hand with this little picnic, and where the woman are going to say, them are going to lock up the woman because she caused bad word.
Foolish.
You know, I said, boy, she caused too much bad word, so it's the bad word now, the more I listen to, than the issue where the woman come deal with. But she say, look at them, this thing and do to me, pick them, why you go to school, go examine the school. They might tell her, I say, boy, right now, they might go charge her for indecent language and all sorts of foolishness.
Foolishness, total foolishness.
Yeah. Anyway.
But I that more to ask you about it. But put into the whole shooting and going and movie and them thing there, like, them thing,
normal.
Yeah, them people have them people have them beef with and all them little things.
You better talk about that again. It was normal. Shooting
man.
Yeah,
understand? Normal thing that. Like, me just want to hear them thing there. Me just look on them and I say, okay, all right. You know what I mean? It just coming like back in the days when they have the Italian mafia them around New York.
Yeah, Dad City.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, gunfight at OK Corral.
You know, them are kill the people it's just that 1 and 2 man might get caught in a crossfire. Yes, me understand that.
Yeah.
But, you know what I mean? But 95% of the time, people who get murdered, people who they know, like somebody who have beef with for a long time. And so they not kill an innocent man too tough enough. Somebody who are do things, they might kill. Like, they might kill one another. But it's just that people get caught in a crossfire. And me and the man who drive tour bus now, more time in tour question. What's the crime rate? And more time I have to just say, boy, crime is just like every other place in the world, not just Jamaica alone. Just throw them off. Because sometimes they have some type of question about crime.
Until a bullet reaching at the bus.
Boy, I tell you, I don't know. Right now, I have to go. I try to see if I can get one license for you, but you come like me not forget this, so I have to go look one and just walk it just in case. So if you judge even ask me where I get it from, I say, boy, I have to defend my tourists, them not come and I rap tourists.
No, but them still have to lock you up because you have you have to go check the Minister of Security, that national security for that.
Boy, but I tell you, still move everything.
You know why I tell you that? Because him said 7 million bullet unaccounted for. You hear me say?
Yeah, so that means then
7 million, not 1,000, me say,
7 million.
7 million bullets is unaccounted for.
Yeah, including the police one them too.
But if I catch you with 2 bullets rated, you can't tell them say it's 1 or 2, it's 2 out of the 7 million we unaccounted for.
Yeah, but multi unfair. Other day, a tour bus I drive up at the Bob Marley place up at St. Anne's up so on the Battle Road. And I want to tell us, 2 youth, I don't know where they come from. And it's like they might try to rob the bus. But luckily, the driver is a driver we can put it on them and put it a gully. At that save the whole thing,
So the driver lick them down?
You just put it on them and put your gully.
Yeah.
And just take for himself.
Yeah.
You understand what I say?
Yeah.
So a man like me, you know, a man like we know when I tour business now, we need to have them kind of arm there.
Yeah.
Because you know, you have some little nuclear dudes on the road where feel like say, oh, them feel like them bigger money thing.
Them a try and
them don't know say I mean, when tourists come to Jamaica, you know, it's nice because it make the country kind of better in a way.
Yeah.
I don't know if you see it, but it kind of better in a way still. But with the crime rate we are going, even though crime happen all over the world still, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but that one a terrible, man.
Jamaica, as a little Jamaican tourist come here, so come more than tourists ask me, say, boy, if it's safe to walk around in town. More and tell them yes. But me know say they can't walk in town and want straight bullet hit them.
Yeah, because them man they not shoot tourists, you know. Them love tourists, the bad man.
No, but I tell them say, yo, you know more protected than us.
Than Jamaica,
because them not look for shoot, you know. Yeah. Because them know say if that go wrong, tourists go stop coming to Jamaica.
Are you will get shot because even though you're not involved in it, but you look like somebody who them know.
Yeah, that's all right. That is the whole thing.
You're the cousin of somebody where they killed them cousin last year.
Boy, you see me now, Muta. You see the road thing now, and as soon as I left work at one place, I come in. I mean, even driving in town, you know. You understand what I say? Yeah. Me not going to know where they're outside because a little man, them, I don't know what happened to them. I don't know what they might drink, what they might sleep, what they might, I don't know. The man, them just... I'm Muta, I tell her, I'm going to tell her something where they believe it or not, you know, because I was a youth where a party and them, a drink and them something. It's like, they run the whole thing I know about me, you know. Seeing... You know, so most of the time, I saw simple little foolishness. The man might kill himself.
I mean, I don't believe it. Of course, I believe it.
A simple little thing in the motor car. Watch now. Seeing me in a party now. Seeing me in a party now. And you stand up over there, so Mutabaruka stand up over there, so. Seeing, but one girl stand up beside Mutabaruka. Or stand up behind Mutabaruka will look good. But that girl, me really look on the Muta, you know?
Yeah, and you say, where you look on me for?
And Muta now said, Muta now, I feel offended because me I look on the girl, because in straight say, I me I look on.
Yeah, I say, you must step on the other side.
All right, that's no it cause problem. Me and Muta in a war because of that. Boy, Muta free me, you know. Kill me, kill a boy, because me free me. Next thing it cause problem.
He's a two.
So I them thing they call the little thing, Paul. That's some simple little thing. Nobody all people talk about, boy, scamming, this scamming. Nobody not kill nobody about scamming money again. That done long time.
Just like the politics. Nobody not kill nobody about politics.
Politician not give nobody no gun now.
No. Politician not give nobody
no gun. They done long years. Done. That now many people say, boy, politician this and that.
No, sir. Politician not give man gun again. Politician not try to get gun.
While me try to listen to your program.
And the bad man, them could give the politician them gun now.
Even bigger gun now, police and bad man can't supply them.
They know to the youth, them take picture of the gun, them and show you.
Then that may try to tell them.
Them pose with the gun, them and show you, you know.
Sometimes I just not really understand, like, them really not think. What they, me try to catch a program sometimes, watch I know. You know how me have to catch a program now? When me sleep and wake up in the morning, I go up on YouTube, and so me can listen to your thing, you know. Because me can't really catch you at night time, because me left work, I just low and sleep, me and sleep.
You know, me have to move around, though. Me have to move around, though.
Yeah, but take it easy still, yeah?
Yeah, man, I read.
Yeah, man, bless.
I tell you, it's the gun thing. Politician, watch out. If 7 million bullet is unaccounted for, then somebody make it unaccounted for. I think bullet just fly away, so. So how them are going to find who responsible for the unaccounted 7 million bullets? The people that hear me and say, how Muta get them thing there from? 7 million bullets. And the Minister of National Security said, him said 7 million bullets unaccounted for. How the hell that is possible? How much, what period of time it take for somebody scheme 7 million bullets? Because you can know a bank man a scheme money in a bank and it take him like 2 years to get caught, 3 years to get caught. That means him gone all $10 million already and him not get caught. But bullet, who bring in the bullet them that somebody cannot scheme bullet and nobody don't know them a scheme it? Or who bring in bullet and you feel say him have 500 bullet and a really 1,000 bullet him have and him not get account for the 500 where him bring in? That's a serious thing. Who did if investigate the bullet them? Some bullet gone in a man's head. You're supposed to take out the bullet out of him head and find or figure out something. Even though some of them bullets they not stay in a no man body, you know, fly in a one way and fly gone the other way. As me I say them things they really horrible to talk about at the night, you know, but Jamaica stay, you know, because meanwhile we not talk about it. Somebody I get killed on a mobile. Yes, Ill. You know, there. All right. So tomorrow we will come forward, you know. Yes, from 2 o'clock to 5:45 with the stepping razor, the art of war. Yes.
Yes, greetings, Muta.
Blessed man.
Yes, I'm a maths teacher, and over the years I've done all the sciences there is, from chemistry to physics to biology. But for some reason, I believe that the chemistry the sciences that they taught us it's just a watered down version of the original sciences. So I've kind of contacted you since last week requesting for Mandingo's email, because he reads so much literature on different things such as African anthropology and history. I feel like he could probably help me out in that capacity. I'm trying to find some manuscripts on African sciences, and I don't know if Mandingo might have any sources or any leading sources that can help me out. I did a degree in physics, and I was taught many years ago about different scientists like Isaac Newton creating gravity and discovering gravity and so forth. And I'm kind of in constant repudiation of these type of theories that I come across against. I believe these men stole it from somewhere else, but no one wants to say anything about it. I can't find anything on Google. There's no manuscripts therefore, so I'm reaching out to Mandingo.
I'm just called a while ago, but where exactly you look for?
May I try get some information about how everything started in terms of the whole calculus and, you know, cause I did, you know, higher level mathematics such as that. Calculus and how gravity, the concept of gravity come about. Cause I just believe that.
Call by the operator.
Like that.
Call by the operator.
Yeah.
And make sure you give me number.
Okay.
All right?
Okay. Yeah.
And you call me now.
I'm the same guy that sent you that poem the other day, and you was giving me props for it.
Oh, yes. All right. So may I have your email address then?
Yeah, man.
All right.
Yeah,
so I'm going to send you some name, some title, some book.
Yeah. Another thing, I was listening to Marcus Garvey Jr. Earlier tonight, and trust me.
About the Arab enslavement.
Yes, about the Arab enslavement and so forth. And when he mentioned a book by a man named Sheikh Anta Diop, I was intrigued. I was very intrigued.
Sheikh Anta Diop. All right, that I tell you now. Since we have your email, may I go send you some title or some book, yeah?
Yeah, man. No, but order that book still that he mentioned.
Yeah.
Order that book that he mentioned.
May I give you some more? May I give you some more book?
Yeah, man.
I think if you go on YouTube, you will see me talk about the book, them, you know. But I'll go send it specifically for you. Yeah, brethren?
Yeah, man.
But call me back Friday afternoon and remind me.
Okay.
Yeah?
All right.
Yeah, all right. Yes, this is the cutting edge. May I tell you? So much things, man. It's just overwhelming. Yes, overwhelming the most of things that is happening in Jamaica here. You talk about news. I mean, it is good for globalize the thing and see where are going in the world, you know, but there's so much things are going in a little Jamaica so that, wow, may I tell you. A burning spear, you know, so we can't let out burning spear on the program, yeah? Because the man music cover every aspect of the struggle for freedom and liberation. And a whole heap of it is not heard in a Jamaica. Whole heap of burning spear. I mean, people very aware of Marcus who have a word come to pass and them thing there. But and you have some old favorites from them time there when we used to go a dance. When the music, there was dancehall music. You talk about His Imperial Majesty, hail him. Christopher Columbus is a damn blasted liar. All them tunes used to play in a dance hall. No, we're afraid to say in a dance hall because it could sound like we're going to the dance hall, no, that used to go on in the dance hall then, but so it go. The music change, and so the people thinking, and so the people behavior change. Without a doubt. Without a doubt, because you can see the evolution of the music and see the thinking and the behavior of the people them as it relates to the music itself. And trust me, they're at a stage now where the reversal is going to be phenomenal if it reverses. It's going to be phenomenal. Because nobody can tell me say music no influence people. And all of this is depending on your parents. Yes, your parents, yes, but if you spend 8 hours at school and you spend how much hours to go home, you eat and go sleep, how much time you have at your yard except for Saturday and Sunday? And then Sunday now you're going to church too. So that is part of the brainwashing said we here.
Our young men have to do work. If they're too young to get a job, put them in an internship. If they're old enough, put them in the business with you. Have them sit in the office with you. Make them make photocopies or do something else. Keep them busy. Keep young men busy. Exhaust them. If they don't want to do work, put them in sports. Don't have them sit idle. Young men sitting idle, you are guaranteed to have trouble. It's not you might have trouble. You will have trouble. There's no other way of thinking about it. There's no second option. It is absolutely guaranteed. Absolutely guaranteed. Young guys, you want to save yourselves, get a job early. Let me tell you what a job does. It makes a man out of you. When you get yelled at by your boss, man, when you get paid almost nothing for doing like back-breaking work, you get respect for money. You get respect for what you earn. You get new respect for your father. You get new respect for them taking care of an entire household. You don't complain anymore that they didn't get you the newest toy and the newest video game because you know what it takes to earn that kind of money. New respect. I had a very wealthy friend whose son, smart kid, he graduated high school, A student, you know, got into a college, and his father was so proud of him, bought him a BMW. Brand new. 3 Series. Nice car. Crashed it in 2 months. Oops. Dad yelled at him. Car's beyond repair. A month or 2 went by. He convinced his father to buy him a Lexus. 6 months go by, he crashed that too. Then the father called me and said, what should I do? 2 cars this boy's already destroyed. And I was like, why? You are so smart. If you were not smart, you wouldn't be making that kind of money. Why are you so dumb with your child? Tell him, earn it yourself. Go buy your own car. Go get a job. And so this boy gets a job. He worked at the Gap, folding t-shirts, right? And he's earning minimum wage and he's putting dollar after dollar together until he gets about $2,000 together, and he bought like a 1988 Buick. And he's shining that thing every day, and he loves it. He takes pictures of it, and it's never crashed it. Stays under the speed limit. Even give it a name. Basanti. Why did he have so much respect for this car? It's the ugliest car he has. He had a Lexus before this. He had a BMW before this. This is a hideous car. But you know what? This was from his own earnings. His respect for it. We have to give our kids respect for money. You know, if we keep giving them things, they will not have respect for money. They won't have respect for money. It's really important we do that, you know. The same thing with girls. If you can find work, do it. If not, volunteer. Volunteer at a hospital, volunteer at a clinic. Help out at a shelter. Do things. Just keep yourself busy, especially at that critical age, and it will save you from a lot of trouble. These are just some things about balance and responsibility that I wanted to highlight.
Yes, motivational. This is the culture age. We say give thanks for the moment, give thanks for the time. Matrix and where the virgin name? 3D name? 3D. Then why you have to say 3 times? But hear the first time, man. Don't kind of 3D, you have to say 3 times, Rasta. But hear where you say 3D. Eh? All right. Matrix and 3D. Where you get that idea from? What did these stand for? What did these... him give the name? Oh... No, I know what 3-dimensional mean, but from my name, dimensional, it kind of sound funny. How much dimension do you have? Mine are demented, you know. No, he's not demented. I want Thursday morning, bones come relieve me. So them come relieve you. Wait there. Bones come relieve you. Yeah. Bones come relieve you. Come relieve you. Yeah. So we can go. So you don't know which part of the toilet they're virgin. Well, if I even perform what we are. But bones come to it, so I'm going to talk to bones tomorrow, man, if I relieve people in there. Bones pass a twin brother out there, so I'll come in. Your twin brother? Oh, him have a twin brother? Oh, I said, wait, you must have... Yeah, him omnipresent.